basketball's a different day. Nice. Yeah. Honestly, didn't know South had tomatoes in it. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Nice. Who? Oh. Because you said you're a life skills teacher, right? Yeah. Yes. Really? Nice. Friend, friend of the program. What are these stands? Are they the same size? That's rare. I'll say that's rare. Normally the wayside is smaller. It's rare. Makes sense. Yeah, this kind of seems like what would be like Mansion Park for Central PA, of where it's like that's where everybody goes to do everything. Soccer, you name it. That makes sense. Correct. You know what? That is fair. I'll tell you what, they are right. Nice. Is my hotspot off? Because I was going to eat my body alive. Yes, it is. Those FanDuel Sportsbook. Yes. Uh, that would make sense. That would make sense. What say it was from PA football 5 or 6, right? Or no, 4-9. Yeah. Yeah, PA football does their own. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. right? That's great when you strategize. Ah, they don't do that. I love that. That's great. Yes, I've only seen the 4 games I've been at this year. It's my first year, like, watching them play. But it really does seem like it's kind of run the ball on first, second down, a lot on third down. Fair. Really? Yeah. Nice. How long have you been doing this for? Or just, like, in general around Jersey Shore, I guess. Nice. Oh, really? Yeah. So you'd be familiar. I went to high school in Huntington. So you from Belfont, you guys would have played Huntington, right? I graduated 4 years ago, so 2021, 2022. I will graduate in 23. So were you coaching at Belfont during that time? So you'd have seen the worst of the Huntington teams. You'd have seen the downswing. 3 minutes, right? Okay. WGRC game of the week. This field is awesome. I will tell you though, nothing will beat the fireworks last game. Fireworks during the game is a vibe I've never seen before. We'll have the fireworks on the field, not off the field. Yes. Okay.
And then I'll look a little towards you if we switch to defense, if that's okay.
Yeah, well, how I'll have it is if we're on offense, I always do
Yeah,
it like
yeah,
this.
yeah, 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 that works.
Yeah.
You have two of the strike items, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. Jace Petzer. Oh. There's two Jaces. That's cool. Yeah. I'll say I don't know his name, so. Alrighty. Have a day, Nick. Have a day.
Do you want a water fountain this? Okay. It's not a good proposal.
Did you say water?
3 minutes each time.
It's
I mean, like,
it's waterfall. Yeah,
whatever you
waterfall.
say. Look at that scoreboard for me, man.
Yep.
Confirm 3 minutes.
Okay. Got it. 55, 7, 45, I think. Is that 45? 47, 57, 95, or 85. That might be 85.
No, 85. 40 seconds. Yeah,
3.
40 seconds.
3 is another one.
Write it down for me.
Yeah. You're good.
30 seconds.
I'm gonna. Might have been 65. I think it was 65.
20 seconds. 15.
I started them.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, most games require a heavy introduction and a billing for those who are looking to watch and tune in. This game is simply not one of those games. It is Shamokin, it is Jersey Shore. It is a rematch of the Quad A District 4 championship game that had so much quality and just as much controversy to close it out as the Indians took their first district title since 2011. And now, a summer later, the two teams meet at the very field where that district title was played once again from Kemp Memorial Stadium. It is 3-0 Jersey Shore. It is 3-0 Shamokin. Two top 10 teams in the state battling it out as the band reins in the team and the sun begins to set. The trees and the colors of the leaves begin to discolor. We are set for the game of the season as it's the Bulldogs and the Indians, and it's live right here on the Bear Country Sports Network. Great to have you with us alongside producer Tom Fleming and color commentator Ryan States. I am Nicolas Severini. We are live from Kemp Memorial Stadium in Cole Township, Pennsylvania for what is no doubt the game of the week and potentially the game of the season between Shamokin and Jersey Shore. Ryan, why are we even here 30 minutes from kickoff? There is no need to discuss the importance of this one. A potential preview of the district championship in a few months' time. A rematch from last season. It is these two playing once again. It is football in this area at its very best.
I'll tell you what, you introed it there at the beginning. Fans of Shamokin and fans of Jersey Shore, they don't need an introduction to why this game is as big as it is. These are two, like you said, two consensus top 10 teams in the state, which you don't see very often. A lot of times rankings will disagree on placements of teams. Everyone agrees these are two of the best in the Keystone State and two of the best, if not the two best, in the Heartland Conference. It's going to be a close game, and it's hard to say a game of the year this early in the season in Week 4, but this really does feel like we already have the game of the season.
It is about as big of a Week 4 game as it is going to get. The Bulldogs of Jersey Shore, led by longtime head coach Tom Gravish, come in with a record of 3-0 with a 1-0 record in Heartland play. That 1-0 came against Sealands Grove. It was their biggest win of the season, and some call it, after a bit of a shakeup in the first quarter, their best overall game of this season, defeating the Seals 49-6. They scored 49 straight points there, the Bulldogs, and they come into this game, you have to say, riding high. There is now 2 weeks removed from probably their worst half of football. That came against Delaware Valley in week number 2. This is a team that looks very refreshed, and this is a team that's not lacking confidence.
Right. The Delaware Valley game, while that might have been their worst half of the season, their worst quarter of the season was last week against Sealands Grove. They really struggled there in the first quarter. Like you said, though, got it going and went on to a big victory. They're not going to have the opportunity to start that slow in this game. Like I said, these are two really good teams. Jersey Shore is going to have to start fast. Shamokin will have to do the same.
There are many adjectives to describe this Shamokin team, and let me tell you, slow, that's not even in the dictionary for them. The Indians of Shamokin come in with a record of 3-0, with a 1-0 record in conference play. Both teams a member of the Heartland Athletic Conference in Division I and members of the PIAA District 4 Quad A Division. Shamokin coming off of their best performance of the season, some say, against Shikellamy, a Schick offense that came in as one of maybe the dark horses of this conference. Well, they would only allow 7 points defensively in a 52-21 rout. A game for Shamokin that featured 4 interceptions, most notably. For the Indians, they're coming in locked and loaded.
And this is all stemming back from last year. When you win a district title, that momentum carries on into the next season. This is a confident group. They saw what they could do last year. They realized that dream that they've been waiting so long, the squad been waiting so long to capture. They finally got it. They're not ready to give it up. This is going to be a dogfight.
The Indians are led by third-year head coach Mark Persing. He has a 20-7 record. He replaced the former Super Bowl champion Henry Hynoski. Persing would have just an 18-24 record in 4 years with Lewisburg until there was a change of guard in 2020. But goodness me, has he built up his magnum opus here with Shamokin. It is one thing to reign on the top of the throne, it is another to keep the place at the throne. And Shamokin can certainly make a statement at home today. The band for Shamokin playing in the backdrop, a wonderful scenery here. Well, Shamokin, someone must have told him the kickoff starts at 6:30 because they are packing the house. They're on the far side, the Jersey Shore supporters on the near side, making the hour-and-a-half-long trip. They are continuing to file in their seats as we are set for the game. It is Jersey Shore, it is Shamokin, and when we return, we'll have more pre-game coverage. The pre-game is coming up. We'll talk about where both teams have been so far in 2024. We'll talk about our players to watch. There are many for both sides as we get set for Shamokin and Jersey Shore. You're tuned in to Bulldog Football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Charles Construction is a full-service site development contractor performing all phases of residential and commercial work. Excavation, foundations, sewer, water, and underground utility installation. Paving, too, also working with the natural gas industry. Community-oriented, Charles Construction supports the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Call today, 570-753-3595, located in Avis at 858 East Central Avenue. Charles Construction, serving the community for the last 54 years.
You owe it to yourself to come into Kleiny's Home Furnishings, Route 150 between Woolwich and Avis, and find out for yourself why generations of happy customers keep coming back, keep coming home to Kleiny's. Quality, value, service, selection.
And Kleiny's offers free delivery and 6 months same as cash.
Right. That's why it keeps our family coming back, coming home to Kleiny's. Online at kleiny'sfurniture.com.
From mowing to harvesting and taking care of snow, Daughter Equipment just south of Mill Hall on Route 64 has what you need to get it done. Want to keep your home warm and cozy? Check out the Crown Royal Outdoor Furnaces. If you're cutting your own firewood, Daughter Equipment is your steel dealer. Daughter Equipment for Kubota, Honda Power Sports, Suzuki, Land Pride, steel, trailers, and accessories. See it all now at Daughter Equipment, just south of Mill Hall on Route 64. Visit us online at daughterequipment.com.
Hey, it's Giveaway Jay from Alexander Kia, 933 Broad Street, Montoursville. August was a great new car month. We exceeded Kia's objective, which is great news. But now I have over 100 pre-owned vehicles in stock, serviced and ready for immediate delivery. Rates are coming down, banks are getting aggressive, improving loans like never before. Alexander Kia, 933 Broad Street, Montoursville. At alexanderkia.com. And remember, we're taking the deals the other guys won't.
Looking for a great time in Avis? Head to Mother Carol's Midtown Bar, the friendliest place in town. Grab a cold beer or malt beverage, soak in the good vibes, and meet the amazing bartenders and friendly crowd. Challenge your friends to PA skill games or shoot some pool. And yes, smoking is permitted. Family owned for 49 years, you'll find us at 111 West Central Avenue in Avis. Open 3 to 10 Mondays, 11 to 10 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 11 to 11 Fridays and Saturdays.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
20 minutes from kick here from Kent Memorial Stadium in Cole Township, Pennsylvania. You're tuned into Bulldog Football on the Bear Country Sports Network. It's Shamokin, it's Jersey Shore. Both teams 3-0 as mentioned. Jersey Shore got their season started with a 27-7 win against Dallas before going up 42-14 against Delaware Valley. Although they conceded a ton of points in the second half, they would hold on to win against the upper northeast powerhouse, we can call them, in the Warriors 49-42 before their best performance of the season. First time they were in the Mercy Rule, defeating Selinsgrove 49-6. It was the least amount of points that Jersey Shore has allowed this season. Those 6 points coming in the first quarter. The Bulldogs would very much toughen up late when you look at it from a Bulldog perspective, you can see the development of this team. While they may be thin in some parts of the field, Ryan, they look up for it this season to make a push playoff-wise.
And especially their offense looks like it's up to the task. You look at the point total here, 27 points versus Dallas, 49 versus Delaware Valley, 49 versus Selinsgrove. This has been an offense that all season has come to play, and they're going to need to come to play in this game. But, man, are they facing a really good responding defense here from Selinsgrove, or from Shamokin.
When you're looking at it from Jersey Shore's perspective, you really started to see a couple of athletes really fill into their roles. On both sides of the ball, Ryan, we'll start offensively. Who has really impressed you the most in terms of their confidence coming into Week 4 against Shamokin?
Well, I think to me there are a few names you could think of. Nolan Pauling is up there, Carson Watkins and Bo Sechrist, those being the three horsemen. But the big one for me has been Carson Watkins this season. Watkins has been a really good bailout option for Pauling. And you've seen a lot on these second and longs or third and longs where Pauling doesn't really have anywhere else to go. He's able to just stand in the pocket, fire it 20 yards downfield, and have confidence that Watkins is going to go up and get it. He's had a few Moss catches almost this season so far. So I think he's the one that really helps out this offense and really keeps everything under control, because in the worst case scenario, you know Watkins is always down there somewhere.
For the defensive side of the ball for Jersey Shore, they have conceded an average of, when you take out at least that Delaware Valley game, just 6.5 points a game. Now, of course, that Delaware Valley game, they allowed 42, but it was a very unique situation, Ryan, wasn't it, where you're taking on a Delaware Valley team that was 5A, had much fresher legs in that second half. When they played teams, Jersey Shore, at the 4A level, they have looked a very staunch defensive team.
Yeah, it's been really good, and the position to highlight for them is their linebacking core between Connor Yingling, Cash Harrett, Bo Sechrist, Luke Thompson. Those four have been the real stalwarts of this Jersey Shore defense. Yingling coming off the edge for them. Harrett and Sechrist up the middle have been tackle machines for this team so far. Both of them over 30 tackles here in the young season. And Luke Thompson, 29 tackles himself, 7 tackles for loss and an interception. Yingling being the sack leader of the group with 2. This front 7 for Jersey Shore is where they make their money. They do a really good job at stopping the run, forcing teams into third and uncomfortable, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 9. And that's when their secondary has done a good job getting them off the field. But this front 7 is the big key for this unit.
I think it would be fair to say going into this season that the special teams unit would be one of the weaker parts of the team, but 3 weeks into the season, it might be one of the strongest parts of this team. Jaden Passetti, first in the Heartland, with 17 made extra points on 18 attempts. The one attempt against Dallas was a weird one, though. It was partially blocked. And Luke Ryan is 4th in the Heartland in punting average. The punter for Jersey Shore is averaging just under 40 yards a punt. He has netted 3 inside of the 20. Talk about the X factor with special teams for the Bulldogs and how it could impact this game.
I really think the X factor for them on that side has been Luke Ryan. We've seen it time and time again. On the rare occasion this Bulldogs offense does stall out, Ryan has done a fantastic job flipping field position. And the field position game is one of the most important you can play in football. When you're forcing teams to constantly go 50 yards down the field, 60 yards down the field, 70 yards down the field, it tires these teams out really quickly, especially teams that have guys playing on both sides of the ball. Ryan has been a star for this team as the punter, and Passetti as well. You mentioned that one blocked extra point. Those aren't really on the kicker. Sometimes they are. It gets a little bit weird as to who's to blame. Was it the blocking up front? Did the kicker take too long? Was it a bad hold? It can be a lot of things. But Passetti and Ryan both have been really good players for this team.
That is the tale of the tape for Jersey Shore. Shamokin's preview is coming up next, and spoiler alert, a lot of familiar names from last season's district championship side. The Shamokin preview comes up next. You're tuned in to pregame coverage of Bulldog football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Now's the time to reserve space for your pup at Sweet Dreams Pet Resort on Sunrise Lane in Mill Hall for this fall and winter. Individual indoor suites for your best friend featuring raised dog beds, grooming on site, air conditioning, radiant heat, and an outdoor playground. Take advantage of weekday doggy daycare, 570-377-0340. Fully licensed and insured, fully staffed with on-site security at all times. Online at sweetdreamspetresort.com and on Facebook. Sweet Dreams Pet Resort, where we treat your dog like family.
It seems like there's an automotive parts store on every corner, and they all probably have the part or product you need. But do they know what you need? And do they know they have it? For automotive parts and knowledge, come to the automotive parts store that has automotive experience, Napa Auto Parts. The staff at Napa Auto Parts has the experience to answer your questions and make sure you get what you need. Napa Auto Parts, Hogan Boulevard, Mill Hall, and Bridge Street, Jersey Shore. Napa Auto Parts, Central PA's trusted source for automotive parts and knowledge for generations.
A proud supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, TLC Fuels is a family-owned local business. Established in 1998, TLC Fuels serves residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. From fuel oil to diesel fuel and gasoline, TLC Fuels has thrived on a consistent dedication to you and your family. Call 570-753-5722 today.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was that me time you took last Tuesday, or finally learning Italian. Want to do something you'll really thank yourself for later? Start creating a plan for your financial goals today. State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt is here in Jersey Shore to help you build a plan that will set you up for success. The earlier you start planning your goals, the better off you'll be. Call State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt today, 570-865-5191. Then, thank yourself later. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
B.A. Meixel for local residential and commercial electrical contracting. With over 15 years serving central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built up relationships with hundreds of home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading guarantees. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Meixel Electric, proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
We approach kickoff here from Cole Township between Shamokin and Jersey Shore. You're tuned into Bulldog football on the Bear Country Sports Network. Tom Fleming to my right on camera. To my left, Ryan States on color. I'm Nicolas Severini. Ryan, Shamokin coming in with a record of 3-0. And none of the games relatively close. A 20-point win against Pottsville to open the season, 34-14. A Lake Lehman blowout, 49-7, and then Shikolamey in the first game against a Heartland opponent, 52-21. What stands out to most is turnovers defensively on the side of the ball for Shamokin. They've forced 8 turnovers this season in 3 games. 4 of those came against Shikolamey, 4 interceptions, in fact. And what it all comes down to on the defensive side of the ball for Shamokin is that secondary and their ability to cause turnovers.
And that secondary held by Colin Steinhardt and Logan Steele. Those two, like you said, Nick, turnover machine. Steele already 2 interceptions this season. Steinhardt, an interception of his own, along with the safety Ryan Bickert, who has a pick as well. This is a really good secondary, and it's going to force a lot of problems for this Bulldogs offense because this is an offense that likes to try to pass the ball down the field. Well, that's what this team wants to take away. The Indians do not want to allow those 20-yard passes down the field. They're going to force you to take those 5-yard completions, those 6-yard completions, which Jersey Shore has not done a great job of this year so far.
Logan Steele has 2 interceptions for touchdowns this season, one against Pottsville, the other against Shikolamey, and he is the quarterback for this offense. And, well, when you talk to Jersey Shore supporters about what Logan Steele is able to do, you get a bit of a look of like you had just seen a ghost with them. And that is what Steele has been able to do this season. Over 200 passing yards, over 240 rushing yards, 9 total touchdowns, 3 through the air, 6 on the ground, only 1 total turnover from an interception. Colin Steinhardt is the receiver with 3 of those touchdowns. We could talk about the backfield. We could talk about the stout offensive line that brings a lot of experience, only 1 underclassman on the offensive line. But in the end, this offense begins and ends with Steele.
Steele has certainly earned his sea legs because when you watch him play, sometimes it makes you seasick on how he just maneuvers around in the backfield. Bulldog fans remember last year, there were multiple times where it felt like they were almost able to get him to the ground, and he would just manage to get out of it and then run for 10 yards. That's what he is best at. He's dangerous with his legs. You look at it, 16 carries, 244 yards, and 6 touchdowns on the season so far. Versus Jersey Shore last year, he had 7 touchdowns, 509 total yards through the air, 7 touchdowns, only 28 of those rushing. So he didn't really see the running side as much outside of the park. He didn't run upfield as much. More of his running was vertically or horizontally behind the line of scrimmage, not as much so vertically ahead of it. But Steele is a dangerous quarterback that I'm sure Bulldog fans will remember maybe not so fondly.
And we will return after this with the starting lineups for both teams as we approach kickoff here from Cole Township between Jersey Shore and Shamokin. You're tuned in to Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Welcome, Creek Unique Candles and More and Tightrope Films to Lock Haven. Located at 20 Bellefonte Avenue, featuring handmade candles plus everything from dog treats to 3D printed vases, all handmade products. And Tightrope Films, where Thomas Fleming looks to give your wedding or other special event a special look. Content for clients at an affordable price. Visit today. Creek Unique Candles and More and Tightrope Films, open 10 till 6 Monday through Saturday. 570-244-6882. Find them on Facebook.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise. But Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your local Erie agent is Brigandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley. Get a quote today.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Always supporting the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, it's the Twilight Diner in Loganton, open 7 days and featuring a full menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and daily specials. So good, people ask for their food by name, and they bring that great taste on the road with the Twilight Diner on wheels. And now at this area's newest venue for weddings, reunions, and gatherings, Miller's Barn in Tylersville. Hold your next event in the middle of Amish country. Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, Loganton. 570-725-3911 for takeout.
Fred Ham Disposal has proudly served the community with residential and commercial trash removal for the last 55 years. They're a family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers, providing extensive trash removal and recycling options. Their fleet of trucks provide reliable pickup service, and they give you a chance to pay your bill online. Fred Ham Disposal, here for you. Call 570-398-1814. Fred Ham Disposal.
Get ready to hit the road with these great trips in October through Susquehanna Trailways. On the 2nd, it's Fall Holiday Mystery. The 4th, the Rail to Trails Bike Ride. On the 5th, the DC National Zoo. The 15th, Lehigh Gorge Train Ride. And on the 19th, Boo at the Philadelphia Zoo. Call Susquehanna Trailways, 570-322-5361, weekdays between 8 and 4. Check the Trailways Facebook page and website for more info. Hit the road with Susquehanna Trailways.
Bear Country, 99.9 FM.
As both teams come onto the field here live from Cole Township, Pennsylvania, and Kent Memorial Stadium, we're set to go for kickoff for the Week 4 matchup that is more than just a game. As Jersey Shore and Shamokin both come onto the field, the Bulldogs today are out in their road white uniforms for the 3rd straight week. Orange pants with a black stripe and white outline on the side. White tops with orange colored numbers with black outline on the front and back. And an orange shore on the front with orange helmets with a black stripe over the middle and a black JS with white outline on the side of the helmet. Shamokin will be lined up in purple with gray pants, it seems from my view, a light gray, with purple colored tops and white colored numbers on the front and back, and white helmets signifying the Indians. We'll step aside here for a moment of silence as we'll have the kickoff next on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Reliable. That word sums up Hollick's Coal and Oil in Jersey Shore. Stocked and ready to go for fall and winter, Hollick's is a phone call away, 570-398-1190. A fixture in the community for the last 75 years. Hollick's Coal and Oil will fill you up shortly after you call. Hollick's Coal and Oil, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore. Hollick's Coal and Oil, 570-398-1190.
Fall is calling and adventure awaits. This is Graham at C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV, and we're rolling out unbeatable deals as the season turns. Save thousands and choose from top brands like Forest River, Winnebago, KZ, and Intech RV in a great selection of floor plans. At C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV, we believe in transparent pricing, no pressure sales, and absolutely no hidden fees. Visit us in the Pine Creek Valley or online at chwaltzoutdoor.com. Adventure awaits at C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV.
Life moves pretty fast, and so does technology. So we should be proud that after over 40 years, Reese's Print Shop in Lock Haven still provides excellent work for everyone in Bear Country. So many other print shops have closed their doors, but Randy Reese still offers digital and offset printing at competitive prices, and they're fast. Reese's Print Shop, 70 East Main Street, Lock Haven. Stop in, email randy@reesesprintshop.com or call 570-748-6528. Reese's Print Shop. See what we can do for you or your company.
New home, big dreams, real life plans. You're saving, you're doing the best you can. You need a friend and a helping hand. Journey Bank, Journey Bank.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from your local Erie agent, Fager Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 57 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. Call 570-748-3570 to get a free quote. Fager Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, The Bear.
Just a day removed, on Thursday was the 24th anniversary of the attacks on September 11th. We just saw a moment of silence here at Shamokin, followed by what I would call a very beautiful rendition of the national anthem that was with Jersey Shore and Shamokin's bands, both performing an excellent rendition. Of course, a day and evening yesterday and today of remembrance for the victims on the attack on September 11th as we get set here for kickoff. And now a willing distraction for all of those tuning in on both sides of the field. Tom Fleming on camera, Ryan States on color. I'm Nicolas Severini. We are live here from Shamokin for the start of this one. The rendition of the coin toss now taking place. The captains for Jersey Shore are Talon Lope, Bo Sechrist, Luke Ryan, and Jaden Passetti, the special teams captain. The captains for Shamokin, Cooper Rosnock, Liam Montgomery, along with Colin Steinhardt. Chase Anderson was one of the captains as well from the pregame. 4 for each team as we're getting set here for this one. A quick look at the starting lineups. Jersey Shore, Nolan Pauling is the quarterback. Receivers are Carson Watkins, Luke Ryan, and Carter Reinhardt. The offensive line listed is Talon Lowe, Braden Swales, Mason Larson, Nate Thompson, and Isaac Shirey, though Braden Swales has been dealing with an injury as of late. We'll see who starts at left guard. It should be noted that Swales is suited up, is ready to go. We expect him at least to play based off of the body language of the left guard. In the backfield is Bo Sechrist and Cash Herrick, the two twin tailbacks. Luke Thompson is the starting tight end. The defensive front of 3-4. Talon Loeb, Caden Cummings, and Ace Willits are on the defensive line. Connor Yingling and Luke Thompson are the outside linebackers. Bo Sechrist and Cash Herrick are the inside linebackers. Carson Watkins and Timothy Lope are the starting in the secondary, with Luke Ryan and Nolan Pauling at safety. For Shamokin, Logan Steele is the starting quarterback. The offensive line left to right, Brant Krieger, Chase Anderson, Isaac Glover, Robert Whitmer, and Tyrone Garrison are the offensive line as we see the fireworks come off towards the left side. A black pickup truck providing with purple coming out of the smoke. A beautiful scenery here as we get set for this one. Well, we were talking off the air about how we love the fireworks, and that is continuing here. To round out the starters offensively for Shamokin, Colin Steinhardt and Braden Kavanaugh are the receivers. Zakeem Clinton and Chase Ginker in the backfield. Andrew Kuzmic is the tight end. As we're going to get started early here from Shamokin, it'll be the Indians kicking off. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. They will kick from left to right here in the visitors' press box. Jersey Shore will return from right to left. The kickoff man for Shamokin historically has been Colin Steiner. He has 4 touchbacks this season. He'll plant the ball at his own 40. 2 back deep to return. Here for the Bulldogs, that is Carter Reinhardt and Carson Watkins typically. The kicker wearing the number 1. That is the kicker, Colin Steinhardt. Backs up to his own 31, a big heaving breath. And now we're set to get started here. A rematch of the district championship from last season. A rematch both teams have been looking for is underway here at Shamokin. This one will be returned by the receiver at the 3. He takes it to the 10, 15, outside the numbers 20, breaks the tackle, 25 to the 30, and it'll get wrapped up at the 33-yard line. That is a return that the Bulldogs certainly would have liked, all the way out past the 30.
A good return there and a good start to this game for Jersey Shore. You always love to start your drives ahead of schedule. You always expect to end up around the 20, 25-yard line. Starting up near the 35-yard line is certainly a welcome start for them.
And now we'll get started with Nolan Pauling at quarterback from the right side, hash 33. It'll be a first down and 10. Pauling in a shotgun, trips left, one receiver right on the right side hash. Pauling in the gun, takes a snap, handoff Sechrist, bounces around the outside, sheds a tackle past the edge, tries to stiff arm another, lost the football. It looks like they might have marked him down at the 35 as Sechrist went a lot right to left and only picked up 2 and nearly lost his luggage.
A good job there by Sechrist. Lost the ball, didn't lose track of it though. Kept his eyes on it the whole way, able to reach a hand out and bring it back into his body.
On second down, they'll give him 1, 2nd and 9. Pauling rolls out right, looking to pass. Under pressure, fires right side. Catch is made to the 45 for a first down. That is Luke Ryan making the reception. A pickup of 11 for the first.
And you see it there, picking on strong safety, Ryan Bickert. But again, Nolan Pauling, when he's out of the pocket, that's where he's most dangerous. A great throw on the run.
That one picking up about 12, and will set up a second down. First down, rather, it's a shuffle pass up the middle. Catches made past midfield out to the 40. And we'll get wrapped up right at the 40-yard line. A 15-yard snag there on the shovel. As another good play was made there by the Bulldogs. They now have back-to-back first.
And now as both Seekers, they are running up the middle. A good burst of energy to get to that second level.
On 1st and 10, they move the chains. Pauling rolls out to his right to pass. Under pressure, he's going to flip it. He lost the football. It's loose. Pauling trying to pick it up, and he goes back to ground. A massive loss. It looked like Pauling was attempting to throw it towards his right side. He went to pump fake and lost the football in the process. He'll lose 6. It could have been much worse, though, for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and you see the Bulldog receiver, Carson Watkins, here on the near side, arguing that that was an attempted throw, and it should be ruled incomplete. Pauling looking downfield, might have got a little bit ahead of himself, and it looked like the ball just slipped out.
Backed up to the right side, 46. A second down and long way. A 2nd and 16. Pauling, play fake, throws left side now, and it's caught on the outside. Watkins past the 40, shakes a tackle outside the numbers 35, and brought down from behind, past the first down marker to the 30, and there's something to say after. As Liam Montgomery made the tackle, and Watkins had something to say after picking up 18.
Well, I told you from the beginning, Watkins, on those 3rd or 2nd and longs, he's the guy you want to look for. Pauling looks to him there on 2nd and long, and a big gain.
Actually, they mark him short, so 3rd and 1, they hand off to Sechrist. I'm not sure if he got it. It was not a favorable spot initially from Watkins, and it looks like the near side official has marked him short. It's 4th down. Well, Ryan, I thought that was a first down from Watkins on first glance. It looked like he got to the 30. They marked it at the 31, and Sechrist didn't get it on 3rd and short. It's 4th down.
Yeah, 2 unfortunate spots there for the Bulldogs, but it's 4th and short. They're going to go for this and probably just try to run it right up the middle.
2.5 minutes in, 4th and inches. Pauling is in the gun, and there's movement. There's movement, and it's a false start from my view, but we'll check the officials. Oh, this is a calamitous last play and a half. As a false start gets called, and from 4th and inches, it's back to 4th and 6. And now this gets very complicated from Jersey Shore's perspective.
It's been a sloppy start here from the Bulldogs. 2 nearly lost fumbles, and then the false start there to force a 4th and medium, but they're going for it again.
Here they go, 4th down and 6. Pauling in the gun, takes the snap, looks upfield, under pressure, reverses back to his left. He's able to buy time, now steps up, he fires deep, looking for the end zone! Touchdown, Jersey Shore! Oh, Carter Reinhardt with his first touchdown of the season. Pauling magic in the backfield. It's a long touchdown pass on 4th and 6, and the Bulldogs strike first.
What a throw there from Nolan Pauling. I mean, he's running to his right side, sees the pressure, turns around, runs to his left, 4th down and 1 or 4th down and 6, takes a heave to the end zone, a perfectly placed ball, beautiful catch from Reinhardt, and a great score from Jersey Shore.
Passetti's point after is true. How about that? Nolan Pauling able to find Carter Reinhardt, just his 4th catch of the season. It is a catch to remember for the sophomore as he was able to make the reception in the back of the end zone. Pauling made that look easy, but goodness me, was that impressive.
And the confidence from this kid is off the charts. You see this week in and week out. Nolan Pauling, there's a lot of things Pauling is. Scared is not one of them. He will take those chances. Jersey Shore loves to throw those balls deep down the field. Wasn't expecting to see it there on a 4th and medium. It looked like Pauling might have had a lane to run for the first down. It was a good job by the linebacker, Xavier Paul, to negate the run. Pauling had to reset, just set his feet, sent up a prayer, and I'll tell you what, Reinhardt answered it.
A big touchdown from Nolan Pauling to Carter Reinhardt, the 3rd choice receiver on this team. It was that excellent reverse, wasn't it, Pauling? Back to that weak side. A run of confidence from the sophomore. He is playing about a foot taller and a couple years older than he really is.
And a good job there by the offensive line as well to not hold. It's really easy when your quarterback switches field like that to hold the defenders as you're trying to switch backfield with him. Good job by the Bulldog offensive line. They avoid the mistake and a touchdown results.
Now this one's sent away. It'll be one-hopped and fielded at the 15. He'll take it to the 20, 25, upfield to 30, and will spin away out to the 32-yard line. A good return from Jace Gink, the listed fullback on this team. And now here comes the Shamokin offense led by Logan Steele. This offense has scored an average of 45 points a game, and it starts with the quarterback.
Yeah, Steele is the star of this team on both sides of the ball, really, but especially on offense. We mentioned it earlier, a big-time threat with his legs, not so much through the air. Only 24 pass attempts so far this season for only 203 yards. This is going to be a lot of read option and a lot of option offenses. They're just going to try to run the ball down the field.
On 1st and 10, the right side, hatch 35. Steele is in the gun. Fullback motions left to right. Steele takes it himself to the weak side. Gets past the line of scrimmage out to the 35 and to the 39-yard line before being brought down. Looks like Luke Thompson was involved. A pickup, we'll call it a 5.
And you see it there on the first play. That's just a quarterback power. Steele just gets the ball and immediately runs right up the middle. A good job blocking there from the interior of the Shamokin line. They get a good gain out of it.
3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0. In the gun is Steele. Takes the snap. This time he'll hand it off to the tailback. Clinton cuts upfield and he's loose across midfield. Breaks the tackle. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Shamokin. And what a response there from Zakeem Clinton. But hold on. There's a flag on the play. A flag back at the line of scrimmage, Ryan. This looks like it could be coming back.
And if this is coming back, that's a terrible start there from Shamokin as they had a wide open lane to run. Zakeem Clinton found nothing but green grass ahead of him. Now the question is this a hold or is this a block in the back? If this is a hold at the line of scrimmage, it will back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. If it's a block in the back, it could be farther up the field, and Shamokin might still gain some yards out of it. But it looks like it's going to be a hold as they're backing up.
Certainly is a penalty on the offense that negates what would have been a 61-yard touchdown from Zakeem Clinton, 6th in the Heartland in rushing yards. The average is already 8.5 yards a carry. And that is an excellent call there, Ryan, because it was in that open field, so it's only going to be backed up 5. So a 2nd down and 9. Out to the 36-yard line is where Shamokin is going to operate.
Yeah, well,
Steele is in the gun, and looks like maybe a new tailback to his right. As he takes the snap, Steele takes it himself, bounces to the outside. It looks like an option play, actually. There's a change at quarterback, isn't there? That is a different number. Or no, it isn't. In fact, it is number 4, Logan Steele, just on an awkward font. It is Steele that took the carry, was able to take it about 7 yards, a medium gain, a 3rd down and short for the Indians.
Steele's really got a good burst there out behind the line. He's getting to that line of scrimmage really quickly. Jersey Shore, you'd think are going to send a quarterback spy on him early and often. You have to watch to see what that middle linebacker does. Expect it to be Harrett. If they are going to run a spy, it would likely be Harrett, the one who shadows him.
8 minutes left in the first. Bulldogs up 7 on 3rd down and 3. Steele in the gun, takes the snap. Hand off to Clinton, and he is stuffed. Talon Lope coasting into the inside, getting a 2-yard TFL. It is his 3rd tackle for loss on the season. That sets up a 4th and 5, and it looks like Shamokin is changing the personnel to punt.
And Jersey Shore made some mistakes on their first offensive drive. It didn't come back to bite them. They still wound up scoring. Shamokin makes one mistake on their first offensive drive. Comes back to bite them in a big way. You wipe 6 points off the board, and instead they're forced to punt and give it back to the Bulldogs.
Colin Steinhardt is the typical punter for this Shamokin team. Snap is good. The hold, and this one sent end over end, will be hopped once. It'll take a Jersey Shore bounce past the 30 to their own 32 before being fielded by Xavier Paul. And now the Bulldogs are in business. Past the halfway mark in the first, or nearly at the halfway mark in the first. It's Jersey Shore 7, Shamokin nothing. 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the quarter. 4th and 6, Nolan Pauling touchdown throw to Carter Reinhardt has made the difference so far in this one.
And that throw was just a defensive breakdown there from Shamokin. They had nobody back in the area. When Pauling started to run, they all pressed up and left the receiver wide open in the back.
Pauling, first play from scrimmage, takes the snap, throws, right side, diving, catch made by Luke Thompson, and that might have saved an interception. Thompson made a diving snag to the middle of the field. Will get brought down. He dove down to the 39, an 8-yard gain, but that was trouble.
Yeah, it was a good catch there by Thompson to go up and get it. If he doesn't get that ball, it would have landed right in the lap of Xavier Paul. Good awareness by Thompson.
On 2nd and 2, Pauling to throw again. No, it's a shuffle pass again for Sechrist, and he gets the first down past the 40. Now to the 43. That's the second time we've seen that shuffle pass, didn't we, Ryan? It's the second time it's bared some fruit.
Well, we haven't seen that shuffle pass a lot so far this season, maybe only 1 or 2 times before coming into this game. Looks like Jersey Shore is mixing some stuff up. They were saving some plays for this game, maybe looking ahead a bit to this game and saving some of these bigger plays.
1st and 10 on the right side, 43. Pauling will hand it off again to Sechrist, and this time the Shamokin defensive line is equal to it. They have been going a lot onto that inside, and now the Indians did very well. It was Isaac Glover that got to it first, but there were a couple Indians defensively there on Sechrist.
And both these teams know what each other wants to do. Everybody knows in the building knows that both these teams want to run the ball. Shamokin up to the test there.
Just over 6 minutes left in the first. It's a play fake. Throw left side. Watkins makes the catch. 45. Stiff arms a man past midfield, and it looks like he just stepped out of bounds at midfield, in fact, as he shrugged off of the defensive back, Jace Gink, and a Shamokin player is down on that near side. It was not Gink who is down that helped orchestrate that tackle. It was the help defender that looks to be down on the field. It might have been one of the linebackers, I believe, who is down on the near side for Shamokin, as the athletic trainers will tend to Dylan Phoenix, the strong side linebacker. At least that is the belief. We are awaiting confirmation of it. The Shamokin player is down on that near side right next to the sticks. Well, this is a game that has so much hype associated with it, Ryan, but in the end, these are kids at the end of the day playing a game for fun, and at the moment, all the hype, all of the hope for this game is now secondary to the health of the young man that's on the field right now for the Indians.
A game for fun, but a dangerous game at that. Football is a very, it's a contact-heavy sport. So unfortunately, this stuff can happen a lot. You hope the best for the kid that he's able to get up and continue to play in the game, especially a game of this magnitude. It almost feels like a Super Bowl between these two teams. And it's one that if you're a player, you'd hate to not be able to come back into. So obviously hope for the best and hope that he's able to return.
Jersey Shore's bench will take a knee on the near side, as are the athletes on the field. The Shamokin linebacker was helping on the stop to that near side, and it looks like he took hit to go to ground on the Jersey Shore sideline. The initial tackle by Jace Gink was more of a stiff arm that brought the receiver Watkins out of bounds on that near side. And now a good sight to see as Dylan Phoenix, the senior outside linebacker, is able to sit back up. A bit of a, call it like it is, Ryan, it looked a bit worrying for a moment, but Phoenix sitting up at the moment, trained to by the medical staff, and it seems like in short time he will be able to get back on his feet and get off of the field, and in the end, that is what we were hoping for.
And that's what you want to see. You never want to see like the card come out or them have to bring any sort of help for a player, because that's always never a good sign. It's good to see him standing up now and looking like he's going to be able to walk off the field under his own influence.
Phoenix with both medical staffs tending to him. I should note the Jersey Shore athletic staff did an excellent job. They were immediately on the scene, weren't they, on the near side, as the excellent crew behind the scenes. It's what makes this game possible for both teams, as we have undoubtedly the game of the week here at Shamokin. It's nice to know that all the personnel outside of the lines are still in prime form.
And everybody knows how big this game is, so everybody's going to be performing at their top, whether on the field or off the field.
So with that, good to see Phoenix is walking off the field on his own strength. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 after the reception from Watkins. Just over 6 minutes left in the first. They go trips left, 1 right. Now motion man left to right. That is Thompson as they take the snap. Handoff Seeker's weak side, and he's not going to get there. It's a loss. A flag comes in. The ball is loose as well. A Jersey Shore offensive lineman came on top of it. That was what looked to be Talon Lope diving on the football as Seacrest lost it late. It might have been after the whistle, but a flag had come in as well. And a lot to digest here as Seacrest loses 1. As of now, a 4th down and 3, but a flag, and it's on Shamokin. How about that? A flag on Shamokin on a play that certainly, from my view, looked like the Indians had contained. A 5-yard face mask penalty and a fresh set of downs here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was a good play there by Shamokin, but it looked like one of the linebackers got a nip of the face mask there from Seacrest, just enough to warrant the flag. You saw the flag come in right away, and Jersey Shore gets a bailout 1st down.
On 1st and 10, left side, hash 45. Pauling to throw. Under pressure from behind. Fires right side. Catch is made from Ryan inside of the Shamokin 35. That's right at the chains. And they have run that now a couple of times where Pauling rolls out to his right, and a comeback route there from Luke Ryan was very fortuitous. They'll only give them 9, a 2nd down and 1, but they're in Shamokin territory at the 36.
And when you have a right-handed quarterback, you want them rolling to their strong side. It gives them good leverage and good power on their throw. You saw it there.
On 2nd and 1, Pauling option, takes it himself. 1st down inside the 35, gets stood up at about the 32. We'll see where the forward progress put him, as Pauling was able to rush for the 1st down. Logan Steele on the tackle, and they'll mark him at the 31. A 5-yard gain.
A good old quarterback-on-quarterback matchup there. Pauling running right into Steele.
QB on QB crime here in the first. Just over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Jersey Shore 7, Shamokin nothing. Pauling in the gun, takes the snap, play fake, pumps right. He's going to fire it deep downfield looking for Reinhardt, but this time it's incomplete. Jace Gink was tied to Reinhardt, and I did notice from the corner of my eye, Ryan, I'm not sure if he got a better look, there was a little bit of contact between the two past the 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, but not enough to warrant a flag.
Yeah, but a little bit of bumping back and forth, but if it goes both ways, they'll let it go normally.
On 2nd down, screen pass, Swatkin tries to stiff arm a man, but gets brought down. A great open field tackle from Colin Steinhardt on that near side. Watkins had a lot of room if he got by the defender. A pickup of 3, 3rd and 7.
Steinhardt certainly saving a 1st down there.
3rd and manageable. Pauling again to throw. Rolls out to his right. He's got fire off his. Ryan made the catch. Ryan Bickert was on the stop, and it looks like they're going to mark that just short.
He's about an inch short there, just over a yard short there of the 1st down. But again, we see it. That's kind of been their go-to play so far this game. A 3rd time they've had Pauling roll out to the right and look for Ryan downfield.
On 4th down and 1, they're going to try to go for it. The football was a faulty snap by the center, it seemed. As the ball was loose, Pauling dove on top of it. There was a lot of movement, a lot of miscommunication there for the Bulldogs. And this looks like it's in the area of false start. It'll back up 5. We've seen this already today.
And that's a beneficial false start there from the Bulldogs, because if that ball was snapped, Pauling was not ready for that snap at all. If that snap gets off, Pauling has to dive on it, and then it's a failed 4th down conversion because he's not going to be able to get up and get back past the line of scrimmage. So honestly, a fortuitous false start there, as they're still going to go for it.
4th down and 6. 4.5 minutes in the first. Pauling to throw. Runs out of time. Rolls out to his right. Fires off his back foot. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He takes the outside 20, 25, and then wrapped up past the 30 to the 32. A very late flag comes in on the near side. Looks like it might be a sideline warning, but an interception on 4th and 6. Pauling tried to make magic happen again, but this time the Indians' defense snuffs the flame.
Yeah, and that's coaching 101 there. When you have your quarterback, the one thing you preach to them over and over again, you cannot throw late over the middle of the field. When you're going through your reads, if you're missing the middle of the field, you cannot turn back to it because defenders are going to crash on the ball. You saw it there. A good interception from Shimokin, but again, cannot stress enough how much it is taught to young quarterbacks. You cannot throw late over the middle of the field. Pauling does it there and pays for it.
So 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first. Jersey Shore 7, Shamokin nothing. As it'll be a fresh set of downs here for the Indians to start this drive. They will start it at their own 34-yard line on the left side. There is a delay on the field at the moment, as the referees talk about it on the near side. That was, from my view, a sideline warning on Jersey Shore that had come in onto that near side. The assistant referees keeping it buttoned up. As when play will begin, it'll be a 1st down and 10 on the left side, 34. 2 receivers right. They stack the line of scrimmage. Gink is lined up as the flanker. Steal the quarterback. Delayed snap, takes it. Handoff, Clinton. Weeks. They lost the football. It's loose. Jersey Shore says they have it. No signal. And the Bulldogs do. On the first play from scrimmage, Zakeem Clinton coughed up the football. And it was someone on the Jersey Shore defensive line that was able to pick it up.
That's a delayed handoff there from Shamokin. Steele gets the snap. Looks like he's going to run. A late handoff to Clinton. Looked like one of the Bulldogs just got their hand in there. A classic rip technique, able to rip that ball out. You saw it kind of fly in the air for a second before it hit the ground. Bulldog landed on it as they emphatically pointed it was their ball.
So the Bulldogs get it back. 1st and 10, their own 30, rather Shamokin's 35. Pauling tried to tuck and run. He's going to get brought down for a loss at the 40. He had looked for a screen pass, saw nothing, tried to turn it up the field, and 2 were there on the sack. Nathan Coletta was one of them. It's his first sack of the season. It backs him up 5.
And the other one there is Zakeem Clinton, makes the mistake on offense, makes up for it immediately on the defensive side. That's his 2nd sack of the year.
Xavier Paul involved as well. 2nd and 15. Pauling rolls out left to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Oh, he was thrown to the turf. Heavy contact made. It looked like he lost the football as well, but Pauling was able to keep it before going to ground. It was Zakeem Clinton again on that edge, making a ferocious tackle. That one hurt from up here.
And Clinton coming off unblocked there on the left side. A free shot at Pauling. Pauling never saw him coming. He was busy reading downfield. Clinton, like I said, unblocked. Just a miscommunication there from the Bulldog offensive line, and man, did their quarterback pay for it.
A big loss there, a loss of 9. 3rd and 24. The Bulldogs are going backwards. They're close to midfield. It'll be a delayed handoff, Sechrist, and he's going to lose a yard. Well, you want to talk about stepping up defensively. That's exactly what the Indians did. It's Isaac Glover again. He leads that defensive line in tackles. He's got a couple of big ones there on Sechrist. A 4th down and 25 beckoning for the Bulldogs as they couldn't make use of the short run of field to play on.
Yeah, and when you see those kind of delayed handoffs there on 3rd and forever, that's just trying to either catch the defense off guard, maybe get a miracle play, or more often than not, just trying to make some more room for your punter to punt it away. Good job by Shamokin. They don't fall for it. They force him for a loss, and they force Ryan to punt from his side of the field.
Luke Ryan punting for the first time today, one of the best in the conference. This one end over end will be fielded and muffed it right at the 11. He tries to pick it up. He does at the 5, goes backward, tries to go forwards, and he'll be wrestled down at the 7. Chase Ellison looked to have come in late there on the tackle as there was no room to go there for the return man.
I tell you what, Nick, punters are people too. What a punt there from Ryan, able to flip the field. He gets that ball from his own 40-yard line. That's a 50-plus yard punt. Backs Shamokin up all the way inside their own 10-yard line, close to the 5-yard line. What a punt there from Ryan. And that's just some good field position play there from Jersey Shore. You're forcing Shamokin to go almost 95 yards down the field to try to get points out of this drive. And with how this Jersey Shore defense is played, that's a tough task for them.
It's been a long first quarter. 2 minutes and 7 seconds in the first. Jersey Shore 7, Shamokin nothing. The Indians starting this drive at their own 8-yard line. They're going to go into an empty backfield, and I believe that might be Barrett Walsh now at quarterback. He drops back to throw, looks left, he's going to fire it deep. One-on-one coverage, it's incomplete. And there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage as well. Walsh is the new quarterback. It was just his 9th pass attempt on the season. Looking for Colin Steinhardt on the left side. It's an incomplete pass, but a penalty is down at the line of scrimmage.
And that was a good pass there from Walsh. Loeb nearly had an interception. It was just above his head. It looked like he might jump for it a little bit early. But Walsh, like you said, he's 4 for 9 on the year. 37 yards. Did have a touchdown pass versus Shikalami. So it looks like Jersey Shore looks like they declined the penalty. But for Shamokin, it looks like Walsh is their go-to guy when they want to take that deep shot down the field. Maybe they trust his arm a little bit more.
So with the decline penalty, Ryan, as you mentioned, it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. And I guess it makes sense because if you accept the penalty, Ryan, it's only half the distance. You get you probably get a 1st and 14 or a 2nd and 10. You'll take the 2nd down.
Yeah, if it's 1st and 20, you will typically accept that penalty. But when you're only going to get 3 yards out of it, it makes sense to force them on 2nd down.
On 2nd down and 10, quarterback takes the snap, looks left, pumps. Rolls out of time, and down he goes! Inside the 5. There was a couple in there on the tackle for the Bulldogs. And the Indians, it's their turn now to go backwards.
It looked like that was Caden Cummings coming right up the middle. Was blocked by 2 initially, able to do a good rip move, get open, get right at the quarterback. First time into a 3rd and 14, and this is where Shamokin is really uncomfortable. They would much prefer these to be 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, because that's where they can use their quarterback's ability to run the ball. Here you're almost forced to throw the ball, which they don't do a whole lot.
So 3rd down and 14, less than 90 seconds in the first. The Indians at their own 4. Quarterback in the gun, takes the snap, will hand off to Clinton, bounces, pass, and he's loose. 15, 20, 25, 30, he's got one man to beat to the 40, breaks the tackle across midfield. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Shamokin. And a gut punch of gut punches here for the Shore. 96 yards for Zakeem Clinton. Incredible turn of events on 3rd and long.
And we saw that earlier on in the first quarter, run like that. Clinton ran it all the way to the house. It was a 50-plus yard run taken back by a hold. That one doesn't come back. Like you said, a 96-yard touchdown run. You don't see those too often. But when Clinton got to the second level, he was as good as gone. There was a few Jersey Shore defenders in pursuit. Looked like it might have been Luke Ryan there as the last man back. Ryan not able to make the shoestring tackle, and Clinton with a house call.
That is a monumentous flashpoint in this first quarter. Steinhardt's point after through the uprights and good, and we are tied at 7 with 1 minute left to play in the first quarter here at Kent Memorial Stadium. Ryan, what was your take on that one? It seemed like just a basic weak side handoff, maybe to try to get some more space for the punt. And then when the tailback looked upfield, he saw nothing but green turf.
Nick, you hit the nail on the head. All they're trying to do with that run is get maybe 4 or 5 yards and make it so your punter isn't backed up punting on the back of his end zone, because when you're that far back in the backfield, it really condenses your punting unit. Your punter has to punt much closer to the line than they normally would, and that's how you see a lot of blocked punts in that area. A run like that's trying to get enough yards, give some room for your punter to be able to get the punt away. Clinton had different ideas, though. Really good blocking from the interior of the Shamokin line. Chase Anderson, Isaac Glover making the lane. Clinton hitting it in stride, and like I said, when he got to that second level, there was no one to catch him.
7-7 between Shamokin and Jersey Shore, a 96-yard touchdown run to level the terms with just over a minute to go here in the first quarter. And this was a big one. There's nothing else really that you can say about that, Ryan, as the home side, the Indians, will set to kick it away. This is the 3rd straight road game in a row that Jersey Shore is playing this year, of course. We're back at home at Shikellamy. Of course, we're here on the Bear Country Sports Network for all regular season and postseason games for Bulldog football, trying to make another postseason push. This is their biggest hurdle throughout the season in Shamokin in terms of conference play, as this one is fielded at the 5 for the Shore, takes it to the 15, and then he's going to get wrestled down at the 17-yard line is where forward progress will mark him. Great special teams tackle there for Shamokin, who grow in confidence.
And all it takes is one play to get that confidence up. You can see it there from the Shamokin sideline. If you're watching here on the YouTube stream, you saw it earlier in the first quarter when their offense was struggling. It seemed like there wasn't a lot of life there on that sideline. A lot of guys just standing around, hands in pockets. As soon as that run goes off and they get the touchdown, you see on there on that kickoff, a lot of guys standing up, jumping around.
Pauling with 2 tailbacks in the backfield. Harrod is in from my view. 2 right, 1 left. Pauling in the gun on the right side hash. Takes the snap. Hand off to the tailback. Cuts upfield past the 20. Gets to the 25. And will get wrestled down at about the 28. Took a real shot late on in that run. And it looks like that'll be enough for the first down as well, as the tailback got 10. That was Cash Harrod.
Yeah, and Harrod, you can tell there getting to the second level. He's a little bit smaller than what Seacrest is, so he's able to kind of weave his way through the line a little bit more effectively.
On the right side hash, 29 on first down, a stoppage. And that looks to be a timeout called on Shamokin with 36.5 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Over 670 concurrent viewers tuning in live from the YouTube stream. We appreciate all of you for tuning in. If you're enjoying the coverage, if you're enjoying what you're watching, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get over 2,000 by the end of the football season. Now almost at 700, in fact, as I refresh the page. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. We got the scoreboard up where it's still a work in progress. We might have the time and down and distance in the future. But all the excellent work behind the scenes allowing us to get this off. And if you're tuning in, maybe late at night, sun setting, maybe light a candle from Creek Unique Candles and More, located in downtown Lock Haven for all your candle supplies and such. Of course, Tom Fleming, our producer, a frequenter of Creek Unique Candles and More, doing an excellent job on the camera as always. Definitely not as good, I would have to say, a transition as Selinsgrove last week, but still we got it off. Here's first down and 10 from the Shamokin timeout. They have 2 remaining in the half. 36.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Pauling in the gun, takes the snap, handoff Seekers. He's going the wrong way, and this is going to be a massive loss as they gang up on him at the 19. Well, he was looking to make something happen on the outside, Seekers, and there just simply was not anything going there. A big loss. That'll set up a second down and long while.
And that looked to be an RPO, otherwise known as a run-pass option. Pauling had the option to throw the screen to Watkins on the far side. Chose to hand it off to Seekers. Seekers had nowhere to go.
On 2nd and 19, Pauling to throw. Pumps twice. Now throws left side. Caught by Watkins to 30. Nearly lost it. Did he hold on to it for the catch? That's the call. They'll say that Watkins did, in fact, make that catch to the 31-yard line. He did lose it for a second. Maintained it enough to pick it back up and go to ground at the 31. That's a pickup of 10. It'll be a 3rd down and 9 when we return. We're through one quarter. It's Jersey Shore 7, Shamokin 7. You're tuned in to Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
42 years serving you. All Round Tire, your hometown service and tire sales center. Family owned and operated, All Round Tire features Cooper and many other brands, including Michelin and Firestone. Make us your first choice, not only for passenger, light truck, farm, and ag tires, but also for service, brakes, exhaust, belts, and hoses. We offer the only vulcanized flat repairs in the area. PA State Inspection 2, open weekdays 8 till 5, Saturday till noon. All Round Tire, Cement Hollow Road, Jersey Shore.
1 quarter down and 3 to go. Live here from Kent Memorial Stadium in Cole Township, Pennsylvania. You're tuned into Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network. Tom Fleming, Ryan States. I'm Nicolas Severini, here to get set for quarter number 2 in a real back-and-forth affair between what some say are 2 of the top 10, the 10 best teams in all of the Quad A level in the state of Pennsylvania. It'll be a 3rd down and 9 after a 10-yard reception to end the half. Pauling in the gun on the left side. 4 receivers. He takes a snap. Blitz. Picked up. Pauling fires right side. Diving catch for Ryan at the first down marker. They stop the clock. It looks like it's to move the chains. Ryan with another excellent reception on the outside. Man coverage. Ryan Bickert was there on the stop. And they do move the chains to the first. Another 10-yard grab.
And that's their first 3rd down conversion of the game on 4 previous attempts. 0 for 4. They did get that 4th down conversion notably, but their first 3rd down conversion.
Pauling in the gun, takes the snap option, pitches left side. Harris gets upfield, past the line of scrimmage 40, and wrestled down in emphatic fashion at the 42. A big tackle in the open field from Logan Steele. A pickup of a few from the sophomore tailback.
Well, I'll tell you what, from a quarterback, Steele being the Shamokin quarterback, that's a really impressive tackle. I mean, he met Seekers head on. They were both running full speed. Steele met him. It was unstoppable force, immovable object. They collided right the line.
On 2nd and 8, Pauling pumps now, fires it deep. One-on-one coverage, and it's incomplete. Ryan, the intended target, again face-to-face with Ryan Bicker, and this time the Shamokin defensive back wins the battle. 3rd down and 8 to come.
Well, and again, we're seeing some hand fighting there between Ryan and Bickert. Deep down the field, Ryan trying to get some separation, push off a bit. Bickert not letting him get any of it. Pauling trusting his receiver downfield, but really good coverage there by the strong safety.
We're still tied, not a minute into the second quarter. Jersey Shore 7, Shamokin 7. 3rd down and 8. On the left side hash, the 41. Big potential 3rd down conversion here. Pauling in the gun, play fake, looks to throw, pumps under pressure, hit as he throws. It's tipped and incomplete. It looked like it was partially deflected by Xavier Paul, the intended target in the middle of the park at the marker. He wasn't able to find him. And on 4th down and 8, the Bulldogs will punt.
Yeah, that was a really good blitz there, a good timed blitz there from Shamokin. They were able to get to Pauling unblocked. Like you mentioned, Xavier Paul able to get there And Pauling, it looked like that might have affected the throw a little bit. Pauling looked like he had to get that ball out a little bit sooner than he wanted to. Good job there by the Shamokin defense to force the punt.
11 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the first half. Bulldogs tied with Shamokin. They will send it away. 2 back deep to return. And let me tell you, the saying that we heard a lot in the press box, don't kick it to number 4. This one will not go to number 4. It'll bounce out to the right side, inside of the 20. A great coffin corner punt for Luke Ryan, end over end. It'll be placed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. That was a beautiful kick from Ryan, who continues to get better and better as a punter.
Yeah, and like I said, he's been such a weapon for this Bulldogs team. But when you look at it here from the Shamokin perspective, they're starting to get some of the momentum back. You really felt like on that 4th down touchdown throw, that was kind of a back-breaking play that looked like really affected them from the beginning. Now we might be seeing the same thing for Jersey Shore on what was that 3rd down, 96-yard touchdown run. Feels like that might have sucked some of the life out of that Bulldogs team, as Shamokin is just starting to get on a roll here.
Maybe both defenses will look to try and get a little bit more comfortable in this match. The Bulldogs had that backbreaker of a run conceded, 96 yards to the crib for Zakeem Clinton, who has his 5th crib call of the season. That made it 7-7. As we hear some Bulldogs barking from the stands. I believe that was from human beings. 1st down and 10 on the right side, 16. Quarterback in the gun, tailback his left. He takes the snap, handoff to the halfback Clinton, gets past the line of scrimmage, across the 15 into the 19-yard line for a gain of 3.
And there's another good bit of blocking there from the Shamokin line. Clinton gets 2 or 3 yards upfield before he sees first contact, able to shrug some of it off. But this Shamokin offensive line has done a really good job making open lanes for him.
Harrah and Yingling are typically on that left side. Luke Ryan closing in as well. They were together on the stop. 2nd down and 7. On the right side hash, 19-yard line. A minute and a half into the 2nd quarter. Steele is in the gun. 2 receivers set. He takes the low snap, picks it up, tries to take it himself, and is immediately rocked in the backfield for a loss. Back to the 17. Oh, he lost the football, and the Bulldogs have it. Oh, goodness me. I thought that the quarterback Steele had picked it up, but he never had control of it on that far side. And the Bulldogs recover. A gift in white and orange for Jersey Shore.
Looked like that was a bad handoff there from the center Glover to the quarterback Steele. Steele, I don't think ever really had full control of the ball. Was able to kind of get a little bit, enough of it. It fell a bit forward. You're right, it looked like Steele was able to dive on it. Jersey Shore got there first, a big turnover.
And they're inside the Shamokin red zone at the 17. First play. Pauling tries to kick it himself, and he gets upended back at that line of scrimmage. Liam Montgomery with a sensational acrobatic tackle that backs him up 1.
And both these defenses are locked in right now. Both of them doing a really good job taking away what the other team wants to do, which in both cases is just run the football. Jersey Shore and Shamokin, of course for Shamokin, excluding the 96-yard run, both have really struggled to get going on the ground.
On 2nd and 11, play fake. Pauling to his right, now steps up, going to try to take it himself, gets past the line of scrimmage inside the 20. Another high tackle as Pauling is upended. A helicopter tackle that picks up maybe 1, and it looked like Gink was there on the stop. 3rd down and 10.
Well, I tell you what, Logan Thompson there on the far side has got to be careful. That looked like it was in the realm of holding there on the safety. Ryan Bickert didn't get called, but Thompson's got to be careful because that's a big call if they make it.
On the right side hash, 17, a 3rd down and 10. Passetti has not attempted a field goal this season. Pauling to throw, looks left, runs out of time, rolls out to his right, looks upfield, and he's going to dump it away. And there was really nothing that Pauling was able to do there. He played everything correctly there, the sophomore quarterback. And now a big decision to be made here for Tom Gravish. We are going to see the first field goal attempt for Jaden Passetti, who is 18 for 19 on extra points this season. He has made a ton of them in a row. This one is going to be from 35 yards out. We overhear a special shout out to whoever heard that one from beyond. I believe that was Sean Hale to my left who called it from 35 yards out. Snap, hold, kick on the way. It doesn't have the distance. It's no good. Passetti unable to get it through the uprights. And on a turnover that started the Bulldog drive at the 17, Jersey Shore comes up empty. That is a big one.
And it's been the struggles on 3rd down for the Bulldogs right now. Just 1 of 7 on 3rd down so far in this game. And it's really been has stifled this offense. This offense has done a good job. Obviously, they are starting in plus territory. But even when they're not, they've done a good job moving the ball down the field. But these 3rd down struggles are really helping out the Shamokin team and keeping points off the board for the Bulldogs.
9 minutes left to play in the first half. The sides level at 7 between Jersey Shore and Shamokin. They're going to go into a bunch formation. They are all lined up at the line of scrimmage. It looks like a goal line stance as the quarterback takes a snap. Quarterback power up the middle past the 20, gets it to the 25, just shy of that first down marker. They're going to mark it at the 22-yard line, it seemed. Or not the 22, rather the 27, add 5 more, the 27, for what looks to be a 5-yard gain as Logan Steele, the quarterback, had the carry.
And a good running there by Steele. He was really able to make something out of nothing. The Bulldogs sending 7 or 8 on the line of scrimmage right away. Steele able to worm his way through to get a positive gain.
Steele getting the play call from the far side, gets into the huddle, now claps out of it. 2nd down and 3. 8.5 minutes left in the first half. The tailback is Clinton. 2 flankers lined up left and right. One of them is the fullback Gink, I believe, on the left side. It's a handoff to Clinton. Gets upfield past the first down marker across to the 30 and will be stripped down at the 35-yard line. That is another sizable chunk of yardage. This time he got 8.
And again, more yards after contact there from Clinton. Clinton met about 2 or 3 yards up the field, able to drag it for about 5 more yards after the fact. Looked like he might have even gotten thrown forward a little bit. From Jersey Shore, you can tell that they're not scared of the pass at all. They are not dropping any safeties in the deep blue, deep back in coverage. They have all 11 stacked right at the line of scrimmage. Both these teams know what they want to do. It's just who executes better.
8 minutes left in the first half. We're still tied at 7. Shamokin with the ball at their own 35, a 1st and 10 on the right side. Steele in the gun. Flanker motions left to right, takes a snap. Quarterback keeper, upfield pass, the numbers 40, needs loose. 45 across midfield and shrugs the defender past midfield as he's out of bounds for a pickup of about 15 and change. They'll call it a 16-yard gain into Jersey Shore territory at their 49.
Steele lowering the shoulder there to get a few extra yards. But again, from Jersey Shore, they're only sending 7 or 8 when Shamokin's in that bunch formation. They have no receivers lined out wide. Obviously, there is still the threat of the pass. It could be a big play fake. But if I'm the Bulldogs, with what you've seen so far, I would just send everybody at the run.
It's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other at this point with the way that this run game has come alive for the Indians. 1st and 10. On the right side, 49. Steele in the gun, and there's movement. Well, that just might complicate matters. A false start on Shamokin from my view.
Yeah, and Jersey Shore pointed at it right away. It looked like it was the Shamokin right guard, Robert Whitmer, that might be getting called for that one, as that was who the Bulldogs pointed to right away. It backs up Shamokin 5 yards, but with how this offense has been moving, that might not be enough.
Certainly. So it backs him up to Indian territory, as you mentioned, to a 1st down and 15. They'll spot the ball on the right side, hash 46-yard line. Steele is lined up in the gun. They now spread 2 receivers out to the right side on the weak side. Now a motion man comes right to left. They'll take the snap. Handoff up the middle to the tailback who gets past the line of scrimmage, but not much else. Towards the right side, he was brought down at their own 47-yard line for a gain of 2, it seemed.
Some good penetration there from the Bulldog defense. They were able to get one of their linebackers through to the running back. Again, he falls forward for a few yards like you mentioned, but that's what the Bulldogs need to do. They need to keep sending pressure right at the middle of this offensive line, try to get one free rusher through, and hope that it'll be enough to stop the run.
On 2nd and 13, just over 7 minutes left in the first half. The game's still tied. Steele is in the gun. 2 receivers set. Flanker on the left side. He takes a snap, play fake under pressure. Lost the football again. He lost it again. And a pile on top of it for who's got it. Based on body language, it looks like Shamokin claimed it back. Logan Steele somehow coming out of the pile with the football there. As again, the defensive line penetrated. Willits looked to be closest to it.
And we saw 2 fumbles for the Bulldogs on their opening drive. Now Shamokin has 3 fumbles so far in this game. It has been a game of drops so far here from both teams in regards to fumbling the football. A lucky break there from Shamokin, able to get it back. But again, this forces them into a 3rd and uncomfortable, 3rd and long. But last time they ran the ball and it worked.
On 3rd and 19, Steele in the gun, 2 receivers set. Takes a snap, another handoff to the tailback. Gets past the line of scrimmage to the 45, but he'll be wrestled down at the 47. A gain of 5 where they needed 19. And it looks as though the Bulldogs have gotten a very much necessary defensive stop here with 6 minutes to go in the half.
That's a really good stand there from the Bulldogs, because when you're getting kind of run down your throat like that, where Shamokin, it feels like, is just able to pick up 5 yards, 6 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards at will on the ground, it can really hurt the psyche of a defense. A good job there by the Bulldogs, staying strong, staying with their own methods, and it produced a workout.
Now they're set to punt. Snap and hold is good. This one will be sent end over end, fielded at the 6-10, rather. He takes it to the 15-20, past the Gunners to the 25, and wrestled down at the 27-yard line. A good return from the Bulldog kick returner. That looked like Reinhardt. And the Bulldogs will have 5.5 minutes in this first half to make something happen. This offense has grown stagnant.
Well, they've grown stagnant because the play calling has grown stagnant. It really feels like there's about 3 plays they're going to right now. It's either run up the middle, a screen pass to Watkins, or a delayed handoff up the middle. It really feels like that has been the method so far for this Bulldogs team. I think they need to shake it up a little bit. Maybe take a shot or two deep down the field, try to expand this Shamokin defense.
Pauling in the gun on 1st and 10, right side 27, trips left, 1 right. The tailback Seacrest, it's handed off to the halfback, takes it outside, past the 35, 30, 35, bats up the middle for the first down and out at the 38. That was very much required there from Bo Seacrest, wasn't it? Something to get the confidence of one of the best in the conference going.
And some good field vision there from Seacrest. Seacrest starts it. It's a run out to the left side. He ends up cutting back into the middle of the field where there's open space. A good run for the first down.
1st and 10, they'll mark it at the 38. Pauling takes it himself upfield, gets it to the 40, wrapped up at the 41. And that's going to be all he gets there in the end. Montgomery on the tackle. Still, though, a gain of 3. This offense is now starting to produce a little bit. It started with the initial run from Seacrest, as we see a Shamokin player that's a bit slow to get up. That is Isaac Glover, who has plugged a ton of holes in the A-gap, but he'll look set to continue.
Yeah, and Jersey Shore just sticking with what's worked for them so far. Runs, run on 1st down, run on 2nd down, run on 3rd down.
Now they're going to throw it on 2nd down and medium. A pass right side. Ryan batted away and incomplete. That's an excellent deflection. There are concerns for a flag that don't look to be given as Ryan Bickert swatted it away. Did you see a penalty there?
No, it looked like Bickert. He got his hand in there right at the right time. When you're a defensive back, you want to get your hand in when the ball is in the range of catchable on the receiver. Bickert did a good job reading the receiver's eyes. It looked like it was Ryan, as you mentioned there, Nick, on the near side. As soon as Ryan puts his hands out, Bickert gets his hands in, knocks it away.
On 3rd down and 7, Pauling to throw. Has plenty of time. He'll dump it off right side. Caught by Reinhardt. Takes it to the 45. Breaks a tackle for the first down. At midfield, Carter Reinhardt putting the defender on skates like it's Christmas time in New York. A gain of 10 that puts them in Shamokin territory.
And that seems to be the plan for Jersey Shore. When it's the 3rd and medium, they're going to throw it short of the sticks and trust the receivers to find the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll hand it off to Seacrest. Gets upfield past the 45. A good pickup again. Shakes off another. They need 3 to bring him down as he'll pick up 8 there. Bo Seacrest. That's the hard-nosed, smash-mouth running that we've grown accustomed to from the senior this season.
Yeah, that is an angry run there from Seacrest. Like you mentioned, it took 3 or 4 defenders to bring him to the ground. He literally threw somebody off of him.
An 8-yard gain. They go quickly. 2nd down and 2. Shamokin make a late change. There's going to be 12 men on the field, or there won't be. And no flag down, but now Pauling takes it outside to the 35, out to the far side, out of bounds, and he's wrestled out of bounds almost towards the Shamokin track inside of the 35. Shamokin missed a 12-man on the field penalty, but oh no! This is going to be a personal foul on Jersey Shore, it seemed. A late flag came in. It seemed like the Bulldogs sideline saw what we saw, and that was the Indians having 12 men on the field. They were contesting, and now a flag comes in late on the near side. It's enough for the first down, but it looks like the football's going to be put backwards.
Yeah, and when you see that flag come out way after the flag, I don't know if they took issue with the 12 men on the field or if they thought that it was a late hit out of bounds on their quarterback there on the far side. But the near side referee looked like he was listening into something, heard enough that the flag came out, and it's going to back up the Bulldogs.
It should be noted as well that the flag came after the play. It was when Pauling was out of bounds, the whistle had gone. The coaches on the near side, led by Tom Gravish, getting an explanation by the near side official. Jersey Shore has already had a sideline warning. So the ball was initially spotted at the 32. Back it up 15. My math isn't the best there, Ryan, but that makes it at the 47. And that is going to be where the Bulldogs operate. The foul occurred, Ryan, after the play, so it should be a fresh set of downs in a 1st and 10. But instead of at the 32, it's at the 47.
And that's just a hard play to take there, is when your offense is rolling like that, you pick up another first down, you're well into Shamokin territory. It's hard to be forced to back up near to the 50-yard line. Your quarterback will line up now on your side of the field. But for Jersey Shore, they've done a good job responding to adversity like this all season. They're going to have to do it here.
On 1st and 10 at the 47, Pauling on the left side, takes the snap, play fake, rolls out to his right, under pressure, nearly slips up. He's going to fire right side, and that's just a throwaway, incomplete. Luke Ryan was the intended target, again marked by Bickert. Those two have definitely grown comfortable amongst one another on that near side, as it was again Bickert putting in tight coverage, Pauling off of his back foot, looked to have just thrown it away.
And Jersey Shore just continuing to run that roll out to a 10-yard comeback route. Ryan there running to the line of scrimmage and stopping, turning back, looking for the football. That's the 4th or 5th time they've run that play.
4 minutes left in the first half. 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off up the middle. Gets to the 45 as the tailback, I believe, Seacrest. as he'll pick up 2 to set up a 3rd down and 8.
It'll be 3rd and long, and for Jersey Shore, they're probably not going to try to attack the sticks here. I expect them to go short, maybe even run the ball here, try to set up a more 4th and manageable, because they're in the position where if they get 3 or 4 yards, I'd expect them to go for it.
When they snap the ball, there'll be 3.5 minutes left. A 3rd down and 7. We're tied at 7 here at Shamokin. On the left side hash, 45 of the Indians, the Bulldogs in possession. 4 receivers set, 2 to each side. The tailback Sechrist, it's a play fake, Pauling pumps, now fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, the intended target was unable to haul it in. That looked to be the receiver on the left side, Watkins, who, rather it was Reinhardt lined up on the left side. Carter Reinhardt, who couldn't bring it in. A late contact from Logan Steele, but a legal one to set up 4th and 7, and it looks like they'll punt it.
Yeah, Jersey Shore, they were looking there to go for it all, but Pauling also had some route options down in the middle of the field. None got open, but yeah, Shore first to punt.
And Pauling is one of the up men on the punts. Ryan is set to send it away on 4th and 7. And this will, in fact, be a punt nearly blocked as it's a line driver. This one will be fielded at the 5 by Steele. He'll take it to the 10, cuts upfield to the 15, and brought down at the 19-yard line, make it the 20. Well, you never want to punt at the Logan Steele. He averages over 25 yards a punt. That one taking a good distance, but only to the Shamokin 20. They will run a 3-minute offense.
I'll tell you what, conventional wisdom there tells Steele not to get that ball. That one was cascading into the end zone. It would have set Shamokin up right at about the 20-yard line. But for Logan Steele, it didn't matter. He took what could have very ended up being disastrous. He could have gotten wrapped up around their own 10-yard line, makes a man miss, gets back to the 20-yard line. You mentioned it, a dangerous returner. And while he doesn't get many yards there, he got enough.
So a fresh set of downs and an opening possession here for Shamokin. It should be noted the Indians will have the ball to start the second half. With 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half, we're tied at 7. 1st and 10 on the left side, hash 20. Steele is the quarterback, a 3-receiver set. Now the fullback Gink motions left side. It's a bobbled play on the end around. The ball came loose on the near side. A near disaster as Cooper Rosnock dove on top of it there for the Indians. A loss of about 5. Rather, it was to Colin Steinhardt who was able to recover it. It backs him up to the 15, a 5-yard loss.
You know, Nick, I'm not sure if that was a design play or nobody knew what was happening. Those are one of those ones where the ball was snapped and nobody reacted except the receiver on the near side. The quarterback didn't react for it, so I don't know if that was a miscommunication or an attempt at a direct snap. Either way, it did not work.
On 2nd and 15, clock running, 2.5 and counting. Steele to throw, quick fire, right side, catching the open field to the 5. He sheds a tackle, bounces outside the numbers to 20. He's got speed. That was actually Logan Steele on the right side, lined up as receiver. Barrett Walsh was the quarterback, and a tackle in the open field preventing a massive gain. It's still a pickup of 10, a 3rd down and 5, with Steele now lined up at receiver.
Yeah, it looked like that might have been Lope there on the far side of the field, just unable to make the tackle. Would have been a tackle for a gain of 1 or 2 yards. Lope extended his hand out, just not able to get enough of it, but a good play, like you mentioned, by the Shamokin receiver to set him up in a 3rd and manageable.
Steele was the receiver on that play. And Walsh is the quarterback still. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Walsh on 3rd and 5, rolls out to his left to throw. Has time, now fires off of his back foot, looking for Steele! A dive, and he can't make the play! He can't make the play, he was nearly mossing the defensive back. An excellent tackle in the open field by Luke Ryan that brought Steele down, and oh no, he's hurt as well. Steele is hurt.
Well, Steele is down. It looks like he's able to pop back up there pretty quickly, but there's also a flag on with back near the line of scrimmage. Not sure if that's going to be a hold or a late hit on the quarterback.
Jersey Shore declining a penalty on Shamokin. Steele immediately jumped back up to his feet on what initially looked like an injury that could have been much worse for the quarterback. It was an excellent play by Luke Ryan that brought Steele down, that coughed the ball loose. It's an incomplete pass. And on 4th down and 5, they're going to punt it away with a $1:42 left on the clock in the first half.
And that is a play that Shamokin has there in their back pocket. Steele made 3 catches so far this season for a total combined of 20 yards. He nearly caught that ball. He had it all the way until the finish, but you have to survive the ground. That's the ruling. If you hit the ground and that ball comes out, it's considered not a catch. Steele did everything but the last bit of it. Jersey Shore catches a break, and they'll get the ball back with enough time to put points up on the board.
Both defenses now making massive stops in the dying embers of this first half. as the Indians will punt it away from their own 25, end over end punt. It's a booming one. Fair catch made at the Jersey Shore 36-yard line was the receiver Carter Reinhardt. And how much do you want to bet at the craps table here, Ryan? 3 timeouts, $1:35 left. We're tied at 7 in a rematch of the district championship from last season. How risky are you willing to be in this situation?
Games like these, you have to be aggressive, especially when Shamokin will get the ball back to start the second half. For Jersey Shore, this is a spot where they're going to go all out. They're going to try to get points, go into the locker room with a lead, and with 3 timeouts, 1:35 left, the entire playbook is open for them. There's no need to hurry.
1st and 10 on the right side, hash 36. Pauling is the quarterback. They'll go 2 receivers each side. It's a delayed handoff to Sechrist. Cuts it to the weak side, past the 40, to 45, and he's loose. Across midfield, 45. Stiff arms a man to the 40. Wrestles another at the 35, and he's finally down at the 33. Welcome to the Bo Sechrist Show. A sensational run from the senior, and the Bulldogs are in business.
And some tricky play there from Jersey Shore. You saw at the line of scrimmage, Pauling fakes the screen again. They've been throwing those screens a lot in this game. That time, a fake screen to Watkins on the near side. A late handoff to Sechrist. Sechrist with a big gain.
They'll go outside to Sechrist again, inside of the 40, back to the line of scrimmage to the 30. And into the 25. They're right at the first down marker. What a time for Bo Sechrist to come alive in this game. There's just over a minute to play in the half, and the Bulldogs have 2 first downs in as many plays inside of the Shamokin 25.
That's the benefit of having all your timeouts. Like I said, Jersey Shore comfortable to run here in this spot.
And now Pauling will take it himself on the outside numbers to the 20 and then out of bounds at about the 18. Pauling not taking contact, and that stops the clock. A bit of a smart play from the quarterback, trying to keep those timeouts in his pocket.
Yeah, that was a bit of a broken play there. Pauling rolled out with no one to throw to. Does the smart decision, gets what he can on the ground, steps out of bounds. No need to take an unnecessary hit in that spot. Smart play there from the quarterback, Pauling.
They'll give him a gain of 2. And a 2nd down and 8 with the clock stopped. 57.5 seconds left in the first half of a tie ball game, 7 apiece. 2 receivers to each side. Pauling in the gun. Tailback to his right. Pauling takes a snap. Quarterback power up the middle. Gets inside of the 20. And will be stopped well shy of that first down marker to the 17. And immediately a timeout is taken with 51 seconds remaining in the first half.
You know, we mentioned it so far, Jersey Shore just 1 for 8 on 3rd down conversions. This will be their 9th attempt on what a 3rd down and medium looks to be about 3rd and 6, 3rd and 6.5. They're going to need to pick up this first down if they want to keep the drive moving. You would expect you're certainly in field goal-ish range around this spot, although your kicker's already missed 1. Do you trust him to kick another? I would expect Jersey Shore to try to either go straight up for the end zone or try to get as much yards as they can to set up a 4th and short. But I think this really could be a shot play here for the Bulldogs.
Jaden Passetti missed his first field goal attempt from under 40 yards. It was either 30, it was in the 35 to 37-yard range. That is going to be very similar to what this field goal would be if they are stopped. But back on the field they come on a 3rd down and 6. Ball spotted at the Shamokin 18. The Bulldogs trying to take advantage here in the red zone. They line up 2 receivers to each side. Tailback is Harrett to the right of Pauling in the gun. Shamokin load up the box. Pauling looks to his right, now takes the snap, rolls out right, now fires. He wants it all to the end zone! Touchdown! Jersey Shore! There was plaudits for a push-off as the receiver made the catch. A sensational grab for 6. It's Carter Reinhardt, 2nd of the day. Maybe got away with the push-off there, Ryan, but it counts all the same as the laundry stays in the basket.
Yeah, Reinhardt got away with one there, and it was Ryan Bickert there on the play begging for a push-off and a flag for offensive pass interference. Doesn't get it, but I mentioned I thought they were going to take a shot. Pauling looking for it all. Connects with Reinhardt again as Jersey Shore goes up 14-7.
As the extra point is good. Controversy in Shamokin. I've never heard that one before. But controversy at the end of the first half. Carter Reinhardt making the touchdown reception. Pauling stepping up big on 3rd and medium. And with 45.5 seconds left to go in the first half, it's a 14-7 Jersey Shore lead. And they have really developed a lot of chances, haven't they, Ryan? But they certainly took it in a big way there.
Yeah, and they were the procurers of their own fate. They were the makers of their own destiny is a good way to put it there. You mentioned it, whether they were going to be aggressive or not going into the half. They decided to be so, and it works out in spades. Now with 45 seconds left, Shimokin does have a chance to respond, but you would expect them to need to pass the ball to be able to do that, and they haven't shown a lot of confidence on that side. So interested to see what Shamokin does, but from the Jersey Shore perspective, about as good of a half as you can ask for. You forced a lot of mistakes. You capitalized on some of those mistakes. You're going to go into locker room, it looks like, barring disaster, go to locker room with the lead. It's about as much as you could ask for if you're a Bulldog fan.
45 seconds in the first half. We have reached now our record for concurrent viewers this season, over 800. Tuning into this one, as this one is sent away for the game of the season for the Bulldogs. This one fielded at the 15. He'll reverse inside the numbers to the 20, bounces closer inside of the 25, and he'll be wrapped up at the 27 with 38 seconds on the clock. The Indians trailing by 7. A reminder, Shamokin will start the second half with the football, and they have 2 timeouts. How risky do you think they want to be here?
If I were Shamokin, I would take the ball into the half. Yes, you're down, so maybe you're feeling you want to try to push this and get another point score on the board, but you know you're going to get the ball coming out of the half. Like I said, you haven't really trusted your passing offense as much in this game. If I were the Indians head coach, I would try to just run the ball, take this into the half. Let's get a little bit of a mental reset. Let's come out of the second half strong.
Barrett Walsh is still the quarterback. Logan Steele is lined up on the right side. He is the lone receiver on the right side of a 3-receiver set. Tailback is Clinton to the left. Their only touchdown was a 96-yard rush. Walsh takes the low snap, steps up, and now fires again. Double coverage, and it's incomplete. Nearly an Odell Beckham-esque interception from Luke Ryan as it was overthrown. The intended target was Steele.
And you have to watch if Walsh stays in the game here. It looks like he's going to. That signals that they're going to try to throw the ball. They're trying to get points. They're trying to be aggressive. They bring Walsh in to be the thrower of the football. A little bit stronger arm than Steele. He's going to be the one to throw those balls 30, 40 yards downfield. We saw it there. I think we're going to see it again.
Keep an eye out for Colin Steinhardt on the near side. He's been quiet. On 2nd down and 10. Steele lined up at receiver. Fullback lined up as receiver. Motions left to right as they take the snap. Handoff Clinton up the middle. He'll take it to the 30 and just shy of that first down marker to the 32. A gain of 8. Rather a gain, we'll call it, of 6. And 23 seconds left on the clock and a timeout taken. And that looks like it might have been, well, I'm not sure who the timeout in fact was on as we get a closer look at it. It is a timeout on Shamokin with 22 seconds left.
I would have been stunned if that was a Jersey Shore timeout. I was going to say that's a little bit too aggressive for me with facing 3rd and 4 with how they've run the ball. If you're calling a timeout there from the Bulldogs' perspective, that would have shocked me. But Shamokin takes the timeout. Like I said, they're trying to stay aggressive. I don't know if I agree with that because you saw it there on the first play of this drive, nearly an interception. And if Jersey Shore would have got that interception, they would have been set up around their own 40-yard line with about 35 seconds on the clock and 2 timeouts. That would have given them maybe enough time to score again. Some really aggressive play calling here from both teams. It worked out for the Bulldogs. Shamokin really hoping it works out for them.
22.3 seconds left to go in the first half. Bulldogs up 14-7. Shamokin with just 1 timeout remaining. It'll be a 3rd down and 4, although the downs marker has it as 2nd down and 4, but it should be 3rd down. Walsh is still in at quarterback. He is 4 for 8 with 1 touchdown throw coming into today. 3-receiver set. Motion right to left as he takes a snap, and it's a bobbled handoff. It's loose. It's picked up by the Bulldogs. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jersey Shore. Bo Sechrist, a scoop. Bo Sechrist, a score. Incredible.
And that's why you don't be aggressive. Do not take it for granted, because stuff like that can happen. Some weird stuff can happen. A completely botched transition. Walsh attempted to hand off to Clinton. It looked like Clinton or Walsh. One of them went the wrong way. The ball collided right on Clinton's hip. Pops free. Sechrist, opportunistic as he is, able to scoop it and score it. Disaster here for Shamokin to end the half. And for Jersey Shore, euphoria.
Passetti, extra point, splits the uprights. Incredible scenes here in the end of the first half. The Bulldogs scoring twice in the span of under 4 minutes, and they have a 21-7 lead with 12 seconds in the half. Ryan, this is absolutely incredible. Bo Sechrist has taken over.
And another fumble there for Shamokin, their 4th of the game. They lose this one again, and it bodes disaster. Again, like I mentioned, I understand wanting to be aggressive. I understand wanting to try to get points going into the half, but sometimes you just have to accept where you're at. A disastrous play there for the Indians, and they're going to go into this locker room feeling about as bad as you could.
This is just absolutely incredible and not at all what we expected. Shamokin have given up now 21 points in the first half. That is tied for the amount of points that they have allowed in a game this season. 21 against Shikohlami last week. The Bulldogs certainly taking advantage of that late chance, and they had an excellent drive as this one is going to be squibbed. It'll be fielded at the 20 by the return man. Takes it at 30. 41 man to B. Across midfield, the 40, the 30, 25. Oh, he's out of bounds. He's out of bounds, Ryan. Oh, my goodness. They say he stepped out of bounds in midfield. Shamokin are throwing their helmets on the sideline. They can't believe it. We don't have a good angle on it from our view. That is a massive call to make with 5 seconds left in the half. Incredible.
I tell you what, I do not envy being that far side referee to have to make a call like that, because that returner, he was gone. Steele, no one was going to touch him. That would have put them right back into this game. I would hate to be the one to make the call there, but sticks with his guns, and the Shamokin sideline, the Shamokin stands erupted with boos as soon as that call was made.
A first down and 10 on the right side, hash midfield, Shamokin. Time for, you would imagine, just one more play left in this half. Quarterback in the gun, receiver on the right side. He'll take the snap as Steele. Handoff, Clinton brought down at the line of scrimmage. And that is how the first half of action ends. And these Bulldogs are fired up and then some here at Shamokin. 14 points scored in the last 4 minutes of game time. And the Bulldogs will lead 21-7 going into the halftime locker room. There are still coaches wanting an explanation on the Shamokin sideline for that call out of bounds. But in the end of the first half, that's had a little bit of everything. It's everything we expected and then some. It's Jersey Shore 21. It's Shamokin 7. Ryan, taking a deep breath here, your thoughts on a sensational first half of play?
Just a crazy first half all around. Look at it from both sides. Jersey Shore starts off a long 40-yard touchdown pass on 4th down, hitting Carter Reinhardt in the back of the end zone. Then we have a little bit of stalling between the offenses. Then Shamokin responds on 3rd and forever. A 96-yard run from Zakeem Clinton tie up the game. Again, we have a little bit of a defensive standoff. Then Pauling finds Reinhardt in the back of the end zone for a score, put them up. And then just some mismanagement of the clock there at the end of the half as Jersey Shore goes up 21-7. Games like this get crazy, and this is about one of the craziest halves we've ever seen.
Box office football here in Cole Township, and at halftime, it's Jersey Shore 21, it's Shamokin 7. The halftime show is coming up next. You're tuned in to Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Now's the time to reserve space for your pup at Sweet Dreams Pet Resort on Sunrise Lane in Mill Hall for this fall and winter. Individual indoor suites for your best friend featuring raised dog beds, grooming on site, air conditioning, radiant heat, and an outdoor playground. Take advantage of weekday doggy daycare, 570-377-0340. Fully licensed and insured, fully staffed with on-site security at all times. Online at sweetdreamspetresort.com and on Facebook. Sweet Dreams Pet Resort, where we treat your dog like family.
It seems like there's an automotive parts store on every corner, and they all probably have the part or product you need. But do they know what you need? And do they know they have it? For automotive parts and knowledge, come to the automotive parts store that has automotive experience, Napa Auto Parts. The staff at Napa Auto Parts has the experience to answer your questions and make sure you get what you need. Napa Auto Parts, Hogan Boulevard, Mill Hall, and Bridge Street, Jersey Shore. Napa Auto Parts, Central PA's trusted source for automotive parts and knowledge for generations.
A proud supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, TLC Fuels is a family-owned local business. Established in 1998, TLC Fuels serves residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. From fuel oil to diesel fuel and gasoline, TLC Fuels has thrived on a consistent dedication to you and your family. Call 570-753-5722 today.
Think about the last time you thanked yourself for something. Maybe it was that me time you took last Tuesday, or finally learning Italian. Want to do something you'll really thank yourself for later? Start creating a plan for your financial goals today. State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt is here in Jersey Shore to help you build a plan that will set you up for success. The earlier you start planning your goals, the better off you'll be. Call State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt today, 570-865-5191. Then, thank yourself later. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
B.A. Meixel for local residential and commercial electrical contracting. With over 15 years serving central Pennsylvania, B.A. Meixel has built up relationships with hundreds of home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Meixel's trained electricians for all of your needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading guarantees. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Meixel Electric, proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Welcome, Creek Unique Candles and More and Tightrope Films to Lock Haven. Located at 20 Bellefonte Avenue, featuring handmade candles plus everything from dog treats to 3D printed vases. All handmade products. And Tightrope Films, where Thomas Fleming looks to give your wedding or other special event a special look. Content for clients at an affordable price. Visit today. Creek Unique Candles and More and Tightrope Films, open 10 till 6 Monday through Saturday. 570-244-6882. Find them on Facebook.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise. But Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your local Erie agent is Brigandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley. Get a quote today.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Always supporting the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, it's the Twilight Diner in Loganton, open 7 days and featuring a full menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and daily specials. So good people ask for their food by name, and they bring that great taste on the road with the Twilight Diner on wheels. And now at this area's newest venue for weddings, reunions, and gatherings, Miller's Barn in Tylersville. Hold your next event in the middle of Amish country. Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, Loganton. 570-725-3911 for takeout.
Fred Ham Disposal has proudly served the community with residential and commercial trash removal for the last 55 years. They're a family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers, providing extensive trash removal and recycling options. Their fleet of trucks provide reliable pickup service, and they give you a chance to pay your bill online. Fred Ham Disposal, here for you. Call 570-398-1814. Fred Ham Disposal.
Get ready to hit the road with these great trips in October through Susquehanna Trailways. On the 2nd, it's Fall Holiday Mystery. The 4th, the Rail to Trails Bike Ride. On the 5th, the DC National Zoo. The 15th, Lehigh Gorge Train Ride. And on the 19th, Boo at the Philadelphia Zoo. Call Susquehanna Trailways, 570-322-5361, weekdays between 8 and 4. Check the Trailways Facebook page and website for more info. Hit the road with Susquehanna Trailways.
Bear Country 99.9 FM.
Halftime here at Cole Township, and the Bulldogs continue to bark here in 2025. They are leading Shamokin 21-7. Once again, alongside Tom Fleming and Ryan States, I'm Nicolas Severini. Ryan, 14 unanswered for the Bulldogs in the last 5 minutes of that first half to take a 21-7 lead in the locker room. And the first thing that really stood out to me in that first half, Ryan, was although it might have been Mass conceding a 96-yard touchdown run, this is a very elite level of play that this Bulldog defense has been doing. Even when Shimokin begins to threaten, begin to traverse down the sideline, the Bulldogs have done well stalling drives. It's like they have such a short memory from the drive before, the play before. They're able to make some big stops, and it's contributed so much to this 14-point advantage.
I've been really surprised and impressed with this defense really all season, but especially in this game. This is, like we said before, this is a really good Shamokin running attack. And besides that 96-yard run, which I feel like really caught them off guard, and it kind of caught everyone off guard, so there's a bit of reason to be like, well, you understand why that happened. Who's expecting a run on 3rd and 20 from your own goal line? But this Shore defense has been really impressive, and give credit, again, like I said, to that front seven mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast: Yingling, Harrod, Sechrist, Thompson, Lope, Cummings, and Willits, all of them are finding ways to get to the ball carrier. They don't always bring him down on the first attempt. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 guys to bring the runners down, but there's always 2 or 3 guys there. They've done a really good job, like you said, stalling these Shamokin drives. They're making them earn every first down in this game, extending these drives out, forcing them to, on these 3rd and shorts, to pick up hard first downs every time, and it is wearing on this Shamokin team.
Before we go to break, it is time for everyone's favorite reason to tune into this broadcast. It's the trivia segment here for Bear Country Trivia. Here's how it works. Ryan States is going to ask a Jersey Shore-related question. If you think you got it right, if you think you fancy getting it correct, you're going to call into the Bear Country phone number, the Bear Country Station phone number. If you get the answer right, your name goes into a drawing, and that winner, if you're over 21, receives PA lottery tickets, or if you're under 21, a Burger King gift card. I don't know about you. I'd prefer the Burger King gift card personally, but we're not going to name names there. Special shout out to PA Lottery and Burger King for sponsoring Jersey Shore football all season long. So once again, Ryan is going to say the question. I will say the phone number that you call into. The winner gets a gift card. It's as simple as it gets. Ryan, here is the question. The question for week number 4.
Alrighty, here it is, and I think this one's a good one. How many consecutive seasons has Jersey Shore started off their football season 1-0? So how many years in a row has Jersey Shore won the first game of their season?
Years in a row that they have won that first game of the season. Call the number 570-769-2327. That is 570-769-2327. The winner will be announced in the second half. We'll step aside. We'll have our keys to the second half when we return. You're tuned into Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Reliable. That word sums up Hollick's Colon Oil in Jersey Shore. Stocked and ready to go for fall and winter, Hollick's is a phone call away, 570-398-1190. A fixture in the community for the last 75 years. Hollick's Colon Oil will fill you up shortly after you call. Hollick's Colon Oil, 248 Locust Street in Jersey Shore. Hollick's Colon Oil, 570-398-1190.
Fall is calling and adventure awaits. This is Graham at C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV, and we're rolling out unbeatable deals as the season turns. Save thousands and choose from top brands like Forest River, Winnebago, KZ, and Intech RV in a great selection of floor plans. At C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV, we believe in transparent pricing, no pressure sales, and absolutely no hidden fees. Visit us in the Pine Creek Valley or online at chwaltzoutdoor.com. Adventure awaits at C.H. Waltz Outdoor and RV.
Life moves pretty fast, and so does technology. So we should be proud that after over 40 years, Reese's Print Shop in Lock Haven still provides excellent work for everyone in Bear Country. So many other print shops have closed their doors, but Randy Reese still offers digital and offset printing at competitive prices, and they're fast. Reese's Print Shop, 7 East Main Street, Lock Haven. Stop in, email randy@reesesprintshop.com or call 570-748-6528. Reese's Print Shop. See what we can do for you or your company.
New home, big dreams, real life plans. You're saving, you're doing the best you can. You need a friend and a helping hand. Journey Bank, Journey Bank.
Since 1925, Erie Insurance has been providing protection. Auto, home, life, business, and flood insurance. Annuities, too. Get a great price and the service you expect from your local Erie agent, Fager Insurance Agency in Lock Haven, serving the area for the last 57 years. Find out why over 90% of Erie Insurance customers renew year after year. Call 570-748-3570 to get a free quote. Fager Insurance Agency, 511 East Church Street, Lock Haven.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, The Bear.
Charles Construction is a full-service site development contractor performing all phases of residential and commercial work. Excavation, foundations, sewer, water, and underground utility installation. Paving, too, also working with the natural gas industry. Community-oriented, Charles Construction supports the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Call today, 570-753-3, located in Avis at 858 East Central Avenue. Charles Construction, serving the community for the last 54 years.
You owe it to yourself to come into Kleiny's Home Furnishings, Route 150 between Woolwich and Avis, and find out for yourself why generations of happy customers keep coming back, keep coming home to Kleiny's. Quality, value, service, selection.
And Kleiny's offers free delivery and 6 months same as cash.
Right. That's why it keeps our family coming back, coming home to Kleiny's. Online at Kleiny'sFurniture.com.
From mowing to harvesting and taking care of snow, Donner Equipment just south of Mill Hall on Route 64 has what you need to get it done. Want to keep your home warm and cozy? Check out the Crown Royal Outdoor Furnaces. If you're cutting your own firewood, Donner Equipment is your steel dealer. Donner Equipment for Kubota, Honda Power Sports, Suzuki, Land Pride, steel, trailers, and accessories. See it all now at Donner Equipment, just south of Mill Hall on Route 64. Visit us online at DonnerEquipment.com.
Hey, it's Giveaway Jade from Alexander Kia, 933 Broad Street, Montoursville. August was a great new car month. We exceeded Kia's objective, which is great news. But now I have over 100 pre-owned vehicles in stock, serviced and ready for immediate delivery. Rates are coming down, banks are getting aggressive and approving loans like never before. Alexander Kia, 933 Broad Street, Montoursville. At alexanderkia.com. And remember, we're taking the deals the other guys won't.
Looking for a great time in Avis? Head to Mother Carol's Midtown Bar, the friendliest place in town. Grab a cold beer or malt beverage, soak in the good vibes, and meet the amazing bartenders and friendly crowd. Challenge your friends to PA skill games or shoot some pool. And yes, smoking is permitted. Family owned for 49 years, you'll find us at 111 West Central Avenue in Avis. Open 3 to 10 Mondays, 11 to 10 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 11 to 11 Fridays and Saturdays.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
We are within the 3-minute stretch period here at Cole Township, Pennsylvania, and Kemp Memorial Stadium. The halftime score, Jersey Shore 21, Shamokin 7. We're at an hour and 20 minutes of game time here from Shamokin, a Bulldog team with so many question marks coming into this season. I don't think many predicted the possibility of being 3-0 going into Shamokin, let alone being able to compete with Shamokin like they did in this first half. They still have an entire half to close it out and try to secure this, which does include the Indians receiving the ball to start the second half. But the Bulldogs are continuing to surpass expectations in a massive way. The big stat line, the big saying, you see it from Chris Massey in the Sun Gazette, was that the real storyline from this team was that they weren't big. They weren't tall, but they are certainly playing big, and they are certainly playing tall so far. And I think that first half, especially the end of the first half, really proved it.
It certainly feels like when players put on that JS helmet, it makes them feel like they're about 10 feet tall, and you're seeing it on the field. No matter what has happened so far throughout the season, no matter what the expectations have been for this team, what people have said about this team, you mentioned not many thought they would start 3-0. I'll tell you one group that did think they were going to start 3-0, and that's all those players and coaches down there on the sideline. This team is as confident as ever, and especially with the half they just had, there was no reason for them not to have all the confidence in the world.
As we get set to go here for the second half, again, it's Jersey Shore up 21-7. A reminder, this is just the beginning of what is a very long weekend for myself and Ryan States here. After Shamokin, after this game ends, we're going to be back at it tomorrow afternoon, driving 3 hours to Indiana, Pennsylvania, as Lock Haven, 1-0 on the season, takes on IUP. The Bulldogs have not beaten the Crimson Hawks in over 43 years. They're looking to break that deadlock at Indiana tomorrow. Coverage starts at 2:30 with the Haven Nation show. Pregame live from Indiana at 3:30 for the 4 o'clock kickoff live on the Bear Country Sports Network. Ryan, you're fired up for that one, I bet.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a fun game to watch. We're really blessed here to have two back-to-back really good classic games to watch, but for right now. This one's been great so far. You're hoping Saturday is great as well, but just a dream to be able to do both of those games back-to-back.
Tradition never graduates. That is the saying for this Bulldog team. They have replicated that mark a ton this season, but this would be the magnum opus performance 4 weeks in if they were able to hold on to this 14-point advantage. They lead 21-7. They will kick it away from Passetti, who boots it on the left side hash of his own 43. Are back deep to return here for the Indians. Shamokin nearly returned a kickoff in the end of that first half. The return man was ruled out of bounds. This one will be fielded at the 10. He'll take it to the 15, 20, bounces to the inside of the 25, out to the 30. He's got space. 40, 45, across midfield, the 40, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Shamokin. And on this time of asking, he is able to get to the task. A long kick return score of 85-plus yards, and the Indians strike back.
That's how Shamokin wanted to respond. They went into the half, I'm sure, a fiery speech there from their head coach, Mark Piercing. They come out the half. You mentioned they almost had the kick return to end the second half. Nearly set it up perfectly there, Nick. They get the kick return there, wide open here on the near side of the field. No Jersey Shore Bulldog able to catch him. A bad start for the Bulldogs, but if you're an Indians fan, about the best start you could have imagined.
And so 14 seconds into this second half, the Indians have a response. The point after splits the uprights, and with 11:46 in the third, the Indians, who just seem to know how to put opposing teams on the ropes, have put the Bulldogs on the ropes there from the kickoff return. The first kick return touchdown that the Bulldogs have allowed this season, Ryan. And the Shamokin special teams unit getting the better of the Bulldogs there. And all of a sudden, that Jersey Shore lead is down to 7, 21-14 at the start of the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, as I was preparing for the Shamokin offense to come on the field after the kick return, I was getting ready to say I'd be interested to see how this team responds coming out of the half. You know, when you have that really bad way to end the first half, you want to see how the team comes out, how their energy is coming out into the second half. I'll tell you what, Shamokin, they did not waste long to get that score back. They had the mismanagement there at the end, and they get it back within, like you said, about 15 seconds of game time. And now they put Jersey Shore maybe a little bit on their back foot.
In this third quarter, Shamokin attacking from right to left, the Bulldogs attacking left to right. A sellout crowd on the far side for Shamokin. And despite the hour-and-a-half long drive, a very strong Jersey Shore contingent on canned here for this one. And what a change of events it has been, hasn't it, Ryan? On one kickoff return, it was all that was required for the Indians to get back in business. They have now scored a kick return touchdown and a 96-yard rushing touchdown to account for their 14 total points.
And we've seen some problems with the Bulldogs' return unit so far this season. Remember against Delaware Valley. Delaware Valley had a few that went for 30 or 40 yards. Dallas did as well. Jersey Shore, they got to figure that out.
They'll return this one at the 10. He'll take it to the center of the 15, outside of the hashes, and wrapped up at the 17-yard line. Not the furthest return in the world compared to what we have just seen. Trey Taylor was there on the stop, the sophomore, and now here comes the first offensive unit of the second half. It is the Bulldogs, led by Nolan Pong. Seems like this offense hasn't seen the field in a while. Of course, with that return touchdown, the fumble, scoop, and score at the end of the first half. But now we'll see the Bulldog offense back in business. 1st and 10, right side hash. They'll mark it at the 18. A 4-receiver set, 2 to each side. Tailback is Sechrist. Pauling in the gun. Looks left pre-snap. Now takes the snap to fire. Throws to that left side. Catches may no. It's bobbled, incomplete. Right off of the chest pad of the intended target. The receiver on the far side couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was just getting there a little bit earlier than he expected. He turned around, had to get ready to catch it right away. Just wasn't able to look into his hands. Looked like it bounced, like you said, right off the chest plate and falls incomplete.
That was Watkins who couldn't snag it. 2nd and 10. Not 30 seconds into the third quarter. Pauling is in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. No, he'll hand it off rather to Sechrist on the pump fake. He'll get past the line of scrimmage, continues to churn the legs, gets to the 20, and somehow pushed the pile even more so to the 21. Well, that looked like a play that was stuffed for no gain. But you never count Bo Sechrist out as he picks up 3 to the 21.
Yeah, good job there by the Indians defense snuffing it out. Jersey Shore did that earlier in the first half. It's what led to Bo Sechrist having a big 30-yard run there. Made the adjustment, made a stop.
On 3rd and 7, Pauling pumps and now fires left side, and it's a contested catch at the 30. Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. It's a first down and a 10-yard gain on the contested catch from Carson Watkins.
It's a good catch there by Watkins, and that's his specialty, is when it's 3rd down and medium, 3rd down and long, Pauling's going to look to Watkins almost all of the time. Watkins, a contested catch specialist,
a good one
there.
Carter Reinhardt, I apologize. Reinhardt on the reception on 1st and 10. They end around at the Secret, tries to bounce upfield and will only get back to the line of scrimmage. Reinhardt being a very favorable target for Nolan Pauling today.
Yeah, and that's atypical of Reinhardt. Reinhardt only 3 catches so far this season for 39 yards. Certainly has more catches in this game and yards in this game than he has had all season.
2nd and 10, Pauling on the right side hash. Play fake to throw. He looks to the weak side, now fires it deep. Looking for Ryan, and he can't haul it in. He had a step on the defensive back, Bickert. Ryan was able to make contact with the football with his right hand extending out, but couldn't make the fingertip catch. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a hard catch for Ryan to make. Looked like his right hand might have been impeded, or his left hand, might have been impeded a little bit there as he was trying to reach out for that ball, unable to bring it in. And again, Jersey Shore facing a 3rd and long. These 3rd down attempts are shocking. Shamokin have only attempted 5 first downs so far this game. This is Jersey Shore's 11th attempt.
And now on 3rd down, Pauling rolls right outside numbers, fires for Ryan right at the first down marker. This will depend on the spot. And that is not a favorable spot. It looked like Ryan caught it for the first down, Ryan, didn't he? It was Luke Ryan who made the reception, and that is a very, very unfortunate spot there for the Bulldogs. That looked like he had enough.
Yeah, it's the question of what do you give him? Do you give him where he catches the ball or where his feet land? His feet land near the first down yard line, and he was kind of coming back to the football, so his momentum carries him back behind the first down line there. That's a tough call to make. Typically, you'd see them give them the benefit of the doubt and give him the first down. They mark him a little over a yard short here on 4th down.
There is a stoppage in play. A Shamokin player is down on that near sideline who contributed to that tackle. It was an excellent open field tackle from the Shamokin defensive back. Typically, we see Bickert line up with Ryan, although I do not know who is injured on the play. It is Ryan, and it looks like cramping as he will look to hobble off the field on his own strength. It'll be 4th down and 1. Ryan, I have to go back to that spot, though. That looked enough for the first. It looked like he caught it at the 41, maybe the 42.
And the question is, did Luke Ryan bobble the balls? We just have an abundance of Ryans here. Ryan Bickert, Luke Ryan, and me. So apologize if there's any confusion there about who's who. But the question is, did Luke Ryan bobble the ball first? If he bobbles that ball, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt there. If he juggles the ball, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt of where he catches the ball. He comes back to the ball, but again, they spot him short, and it looks like Shore's going to punt.
And on 4th and 2, they're forced to punt here. The punting unit is not set up here for Shamokin. There's a bit of a miscommunication there. They do get set for it. There was an unmarked receiver on the left side for Jersey Shore. They didn't get the snap off on time, as Ryan will in fact send this away end over end. It'll take a Jersey Shore bounce, fielded at the 18, and he is stuffed. Right as he fielded the return, it was Jace Gink trying to prevent it from bouncing even further up, and boy, did he pay the price for it. End over end punt. It'll be down inside of the Shamokin 20. Another punt inside the 20 for Luke Ryan.
Tell you, Gink there playing a dangerous game. He thought that ball was going out of bounds. You see, when that ball hits, it bounces right over his head. He kind of panics for a bit, looks for the ball, and he tries to catch it and run upfield. A mistake there because Gink got hit from behind, blindsided by the Jersey Shore defender. That's a really good way to have the ball jarred free. Most coaches will tell you in that spot, if you don't know where the ball is and you can't locate it, don't try to catch it. Let it roll. Let it bounce how it will. Gink lucky there he doesn't cough up the football.
So 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Shamokin down 7. Steele is the quarterback. Clinton is the tailback. Right, 2 receiver set. 1st and 10 for the Indians at the 17. Steele to pass. Quick dump off. Quick catch past the 20 to the 23. That was a reception from Colin Steinhardt. 7th in the Heartland in receiving yards. He's looking to get busy here. That one going for about 8 to set up a 2nd and short.
If I'm not mistaken, that's either Steinhardt's 1st or 2nd catch of the game. That's Shamokin certainly not throwing the ball a lot in this game. That might only be their 4th or 5th pass attempt, and a lot of those attempts were throws deeper down the field, maybe trying to open up some different avenues here for their offense.
He had 4 for 106 and a score against Shikellamy last week. Now the quarterback in the gun is Steele. He'll take the snap, handoff Clinton, bounces to the outside, brought down from behind, and that's going to be short of the line to gain to the 24. That one only going for about a yard, maybe only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down. They'll call it 3.
Good job there from the Bulldogs getting to the football. Clinton's done a really good job so far in this game, shedding off first contact. He does it again there, but again, the key for this Bulldog team has been there's 3 or 4 guys getting to the ball all at the same time. Do a good job there, a bit of a gang tackle to push Clinton to the ground and force a 3rd and short.
Luke Thompson sealed the edge on the outside, 3rd down and 3. Steele is in the gun in a 2-receiver set. Flanker on the left side of the line, that is Gink. As Steele takes the low snap, looks right to pass under pressure, and down he goes! There were 2 on the outside closing in on the quarterback, and Steele with nowhere to escape. A 10-yard loss, and 4th and long as the Bulldog defense pulls through.
It looked like it might have either been Pauling or Yingling there here on the near side that came in unblocked. Were able to get to Steele. It was Connor Yingling coming unblocked here off the near side. And we saw that a bit from Jersey Shore earlier in the first half. Shamokin able to get some free rushers home to Pauling. That's the first time Jersey Shore has been able to get a free hit on Steele. They make the most of it. And already 2 quick punts here for both offenses.
So this one will be sent away. We have now over 830 tuning in live from the Bear Country Sports Network YouTube channel. We appreciate the support as this one is sent high in the air. Will be fair caught. No, it's bobbled. And did the return man get a hand on it? He does. It bounces inside of the 35 and is carried out of bounds at the 32.
But there's a flag on the play.
And there is a flag on the play, as Sean Hale so eloquently put it there on that left side. And you have to give the coach credit. He called that right away on what could have been a real disastrous play on special teams for the Bulldogs, Ryan. A flag is down. The referees will congregate.
Well, looks like it sounds like it might be illegal motion. You know, sometimes it is a great benefit to have a coach up here. Can see some things that we can't hear on the field. I love it. But it looked like there might have been a little bit of a later flag thrown in there as well. I'm not sure if it was just the referee confirming the call, but I think because it was after it was mentioned that there was a flag on the field, another one came in there. It looked like from the Shamokin sideline. I'm wondering if that's going to be a sideline warning.
A lot to digest here as this one is going to be called back, and the Bulldogs are taking some sweat out of their brow, aren't they, from what that kick was. It was end over end all the way inside of the Bulldog 35. Instead, it'll be backed up some more, and another bad penalty there. You have to say for Shamokin.
Yeah, just costing themselves a lot of field position there because I think that returner touched the ball, and you saw how he reacted when that ball went over his head. He panicked. He ran back to try to get back to the football. But, yeah, Shamokin costing themselves probably a good 20 yards of field position on that play because it's going to be very rare to get another punt that's going to back them up inside their own 30-yard line.
It's going to go back to their own 10-yard line. Steinhardt is going to punt this from his own goal line. 2 are back deep to return. Watkins is on the left side, Reinhardt on the right. Steinhardt will get it at the goal line, send this one. It's another impressive punt. It'll bounce at midfield. It'll take a Jersey Shore bounce right to midfield. It will be fielded in Shamokin territory at the 49. That is much different. That is about a 15 to 16-yard difference from the previous punt.
Yeah, that penalty cost them about 20 yards of field position, which when you're playing a game like this and it's this tight of a game, field position becomes such an important part of the game. Costing yourselves 20 extra, you're basically gifting Jersey Shore 2 first downs for free. That's a bad mistake there from the Indians. They'll need their defense to make sure that they don't pay for it.
Fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs to start this possession at the Shamokin 49 left side. Pauling in the gun takes a snap. Handoff Harrett to the weak side. The edge rusher closed down quickly, made the stop. And Harrett not getting a favorable gain there. They'll put it only to the line of scrimmage. Clinton is the weak side linebacker. It looked like he was in on the stop.
And Shore found some success there in the second quarter with their run game, but it looks like Shamokin back to stepping up. They did really well in the first quarter against the Bulldog run game. Bulldogs found a bit of life in the second. They're struggling again right now.
On 2nd and 10, Pauling takes it himself on the option. Will take it to the 45. He's got the first down to the 40, outside the numbers 35, and trucks a defender out of bounds to the 35. Bicker was there to escort him out as Nolan Pauling, all 5 foot something of him, able to put the shoulder pad down for the extra yard.
And right on cue, you say the run game struggling. There it goes, a classic read option. Had the pitch option to Pauling, or to Seacrest if he wanted it. Pauling decided to take it himself, an easy first down.
And on 1st and 10, they go to the weak side again. It's Herron. He's loose. 30, 25, first down inside of the 20 to the Shamokin 18. Liam Montgomery saving a touchdown in the open field, but now Cash Harrod getting his biggest gain of the day.
And Harrod doing a bit of a face mask adjustment there. It looked like the arm of a Shamokin defender might have caught a bit of the helmet. No call there, but a big first down for Harrod.
1st and 10 at the 18. They hand it off to Harrod again. Feints one defender, gets upfield, and will only go back again to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picking up one there was Cash.
And Jersey Shore just trying to chew out this clock because we already approached 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Jersey Shore trying to bleed out as much of this clock as they can. They're not being too risky here, calling a lot of runs either to the outside or straight up the gut. They're really trying to just control the down and distance, keep getting these 2nd and shorts or 3rd and shorts.
On 2nd and 9, Pauling to throw. He wants the end zone. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. There was a great throw there from Pauling, wasn't it, to that far side. The defensive back lined up, Colin Steinhardt, tipping it with his right hand up in the air into the Shamokin sky and down on the turf for an incompletion.
And Steinhardt faced up against Watkins. A really good job there from Steinhardt. Again, reads that ball perfectly. As soon as that ball is in the area of catchable, gets his hand up there, bats it away.
And now 3rd and 9. Pauling to throw. Under pressure. Hit as he throws. It's caught right at the first down marker. There is Luke Ryan, and he's got enough. Needed 9, and the receiver got 10. Luke Ryan receiving another big 3rd down conversion.
And Ryan, again, typically in these 3rd downs all season, it's been Watkins the one that Pauling looks to. Right now, it's everything but. It's between Ryan and Reinhardt.
First play on goal. Harrod bounces to the outside on the handoff, and he's going to get stuffed for a loss. A loss of 3, and it was on the outside. A pair for Shamokin on the right side. Steele was involved, as was what looked to have been Xavier Paul on the stop.
That's a big stop there for Shamokin. Forced Jersey Shore back behind the line of scrimmage.
And on 2nd and goal, Pauling, option play. Pauling keeps it, now flips it outside. It's the tailback taking it himself. Oh, he broke 2 tackles. Diddy Bo Sechrist and lunged into the end zone for a touchdown. Sechrist bouncing off of challenges left and right. He's got another score to his name. And the Bulldogs with a big response as Sechrist turned it upfield for 6.
And good read there from Pauling on the read option. He throws that one a little bit late, but sucked just enough attention away from the Shamokin linebackers. Pitches it last second. Sechrist enough of a lane to wiggle his way into the end zone. Really good play by Jersey Shore, and they are in control right now.
Passetti's point after splits the uprights, and the Bulldogs lead by a score of 28-14. You give Shamokin credit right out of the locker room in this second half. They came back with a kick return score, but the Bulldogs on a very long drive that started at the 49, a couple of big first down plays, and they have their response with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third, 28-14 Dogs.
And that's good defense turning into good offense. The Jersey Shore defense forcing Shamokin behind the line of scrimmage, makes it a 3rd and long. They're not able to pick it up. They force a punt from inside their own 10-yard line. That defense set up the offense in good field position, and the offense did the rest. A really good drive there from the Bulldogs. Complete control of the line of scrimmage on that drive, and they take the 28-14 lead, like you said.
With just over 5 minutes left in the third, the Bulldogs have their answer in this third quarter. A real tense atmosphere from this sideline as they know how big of a task this is. They know how good of a position that they are in. It's been the big plays that have kept the Indians in this game. They are going to kick it off again. The last time they kicked it off, the Indians took it to the house.
Yeah, and this Bulldogs, we want to see what this kicking unit does. I'd expect a sweep kick here almost. The last thing they want to do is give the ball to Logan Steele.
This one will be booted to the return man who just took it to the 15, now to the 20. Bounces outside 25, 30, and will get wrapped up at the 34. A hard hit right as the return man was going to ground. Good field position for Shamokin, but compared to what happened last kickoff, they will take it.
Yeah, and this Bulldogs defense deserves a lot of credit because you mentioned the 2 big plays in this game for Shamokin, the 90-yard kick return touchdown and the 96-yard rushing touchdown are the only 2 scores that the Indians have been able to find. When this Jersey Shore defense is forcing them to continue to pick up first downs, it gets to a point where this Shamokin offense has stalled out. A really big credit to this Bulldog defense, but they have to keep it up.
So 1st down and 10, Steele is the quarterback, tailback to his right, and a 3-receiver set, 1 right, 2 left. On the right side hash, 34. Motion is Steinhardt to the line, all the way to the left side as he takes the snap. Handoff weak side, Clinton bounces upfield past the 35 to the 40, right at the first down marker to the 41. An 8-yard snag for Zakeem Clinton, who is quietly having a pretty impressive evening compared to that 96-yard touchdown. But even beyond that, he's been getting some sizable chunks.
I'd like to see them give Clinton the ball a little bit more here on offense and not so much with Steele. Clinton's been the one that when he's getting met first with contact, he's able to get 4 or 5 yards after contact. You saw it again there. I'd like to see the Indians give him the ball a little more.
Steele in the gun, 2 left, 1 right. Steinhardt motions to the left side of the line. Same set. This time Steele keeps it right side. And he gets past for the first down across midfield. He's loose. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Shamokin. And the Indians fight back. Logan Steele able to get it to the outside, into the numbers, and into the end zone.
Good run there from Steele. Steele might be the fastest player this Bulldogs defense has seen all season long. When Steele gets to that second level, he is really hard to bring down. His legs are churning. A 59-yard touchdown run from him. And, of course, right as I mentioned, them giving the ball to Clinton Moore, there goes Steele on the classic read option play, takes it way up the far sideline, and gets Shimokin right back into this game.
Clinton, the other option, was basically a lead blocker who was able to take care of the edge, and it was Steele all from there. 28-20, the point after attempt is true. And this Shamokin team, with big play energy, continues to fight. They continue to stay in it. They trail by 7 against the Bulldogs with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the third, and that seems like that big play is going to be there all night long.
Again, it's been the splash plays for this Indians team, hasn't it? 3 big-time splash plays, all over 50 yards for touchdowns here for Shamokin. Jersey Shore has to do better at containing them when they get up the field. They can run for 20 yards, but after that, they need to have someone there to bring them down. The Bulldogs defense stacking 8 or 9 guys in the box at all times. They're not dropping safeties back. So what that means is when Steele gets to the third level, there's no one there to be able to stop him. There's no deep safety that has a chance at it. I'm wondering if we're going to see Jersey Shore back some more safeties up to try to prevent the home run ball, because that's what's been killing them.
I tell you what this reminds me of. It reminds me of the third quarter against Delaware Valley, where both teams are just throwing haymakers left and right. The difference is Jersey Shore had a 28-point advantage in that game at most. The biggest advantage for them is just 14, and now down to 7. As this will be sent away by Shamokin right to left from where we are in the visitors' press box, and what is expected now to be a classic, another classic at Kent Memorial Stadium. When these two teams play, fireworks continue. As this one will be fielded at the 10 by the return man. He'll take it to the 15, 20, outside of the hashes, and takes a shot before running forward to the 24. It was Jace Gink again making a special teams play, and the return from Reinhardt gets past the 20.
Nick, you mentioned that Delaware Valley game and how it feels like that third quarter. The big key as to why Jersey Shore won that game in the third quarter is no matter what happened, this offense responded when Delaware Valley scored. They're going to have to do the same here. If they can keep Shamokin, if they can keep responding to these Shamokin points with scores of their own, they'll be able to keep ahead in this game. But this offense feels like they have to respond on this drive.
4 minutes, 11 seconds left in the third. Bulldogs 28, Indians 21. First and 10, right side 24. A handoff to Harrod. Gets upfield past the 25. Toward the 30, tried to cut to the outside. Took a shot from behind and lost the football. He lost it, and it looks like Shamokin got it. Oh, Herrick took a hit late as he was looking to bounce it to the outside. And on one play, the first play from scrimmage, the Indians have the ball back.
Jersey Shore benefited from Shamokin turnovers there at the end of the second quarter. Now Shamokin benefiting from their own fumble here at the end of the third. Herrick, like you said, took a shot from one of the Shamokin linebackers, coughed up the football, and Shamokin now the first chance since the beginning, since the early dawn of the first quarter, have a chance to tie this game back up.
A worrying change of events here in Cole Township, as now the Indians can look to tie the game for the first time since it was 7-7. They trail 28-21. They'll start this drive from the Jersey Shore 31, first and 10. Steele in the gun, takes the snap, handoff Clinton, bounces outside, cuts back inwards, gets past the 30 into the 29 is where he'll fall. A 2-yard gain there from the senior Zakeem Clinton.
That might have been Jace Gink there, I think, Nick, on that run. It looked like Clinton Might have stepped out at the last minute. He might have spread out wide. I think it was Gink who got the run there. But a good job there by the Bulldogs front seven. Again, done a good job for the most part containing these large runs, but it's just been the shock plays that have caught them.
Now 2nd down and 8. Same set, 2 left, 1 right at the 29-yard line of the Bulldogs. Quarterback takes a snap, quick throw left side, quick catch right at the sticks, but it looks like he'll be marked short of it by about 2 yards. And the reception was made on that left side. That looked like Leland O'Connell potentially on the reception. That's his first of the season. A 6-yard gain, 3rd down and 2 to come as O'Connell, the sophomore, the 6-foot receiver, makes his first career catch of the season at least.
And that was a good tackle there by Carter Reinhardt there in the open field. But it kind of feels like every time this Shamokin offense passes, you're a little bit surprised by it. Again, they've not even approached double-digit pass attempts in this game so far.
3 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs up 7. On the left side, hash 23. 3rd down and 2. Steele in the gun. Tailback left is Clinton. And some movement on the line. They're going to keep him going. Now it's called back for a flag. A flag was down, and it looked like Clinton had jumped early. Steele had a good hole to run through, but this will be called back for a flag.
Yeah, it was a false start all the way. Like you said, I think it was Clinton there twitched a bit, was expecting the ball, kind of jump forward a little bit. Jersey Shore pointed out right away as the play continued. I saw Coach Gravish, they were a little upset with the referee ferociously pointing at where the ball was spotted. Referees make the right call, back him up, and now it's what was a 3rd and short to a 3rd and long.
There is a very easy joke to be made about Shamokin and running early, but I've already used it once, and I, suffice to say, don't want to overuse it. 3rd down and 7 after the 5-yard penalty. Steele in the gun, 2 receivers right, takes the snap, looks upfield, flag on the play, fires deep, inside of the 10, the pass is incomplete. Batted away by the Bulldogs secondary. Extracurriculars thereafter. The flag had come in. It's around 5 yards, I believe, up the field, but it's going against Shamokin, and that looks like holding.
Either holding there or was an illegal shift, one of the two. I thought that was in risk of being neutral zone infraction there from the Bulldogs, just based on how Shamokin threw it. They just chucked that ball up to the end zone. It looked like it might have been a free play as there was some movement along the line of scrimmage. Wasn't sure who it was. They called illegal motion on Shamokin, and they just continue to back up.
And how about this? They're going to accept the penalty, so instead of 4th down and 8, it'll be 3rd down and 12. 3rd down and 13, actually. That math didn't math. 3rd down and 13 on the left side, 33.
You take that penalty expecting to try to kick him out of field goal range or go for it range.
2 left, 1 right. Steele in the gun. Clinton to his right. Steele raises the right foot, now takes a snap. He'll take it himself. Bounces back up the field, now to the weak side. Past the 30, breaks the tackle, 25. It is pushed out of bounds, shy of the 1st down to the 24.
Carter.
That one getting a good gain, is it? There wasn't it in the end. It's going to set up a 4th down and very manageable, and the offense stays on the field.
And Carter Reinhardt's just saved a 1st down, able to get off a block. It looked like he was blocked by wide receiver Braven Kavanaugh, able to shed off the block, hit Steele, knock him out of bounds, or else that would have been an easy 1st down.
2 minutes left in the 3rd. Indians down 7 against the Dogs. 4th down, they'll call it 4.
Got to go for it.
Spot the ball at the 25. The offense still on the field. Biggest play of the game so far. 2 left, 1 right for the quarterback, Steele. Bulldogs look like they're setting the house weak side. Receiver motions right to left. Steele takes the snap, takes it himself. Hurdles an defender. He gets stuffed. And it doesn't look like he got it. He didn't. He was upended off of the hurdle. And the Bulldogs get the turnover on downs from my view. From my view at least. And that looks to be the case. That was an excellent play from the middle linebackers there of the Bulldogs to just, and I mean just, stop the star quarterback short.
And I'll tell you what, Bo knows. Seacrest saw that the whole way. There was an adjustment made at the line of scrimmage. Seacrest looked over at Harrett. Harrett changed the play. It looked like they decided to send in the linebackers late. A great play by Seacrest.
On the first play from scrimmage, they hand it off to Seacrest. Gets past the 25 and forward progress. We'll mark him at about the 27 for a 4-yard gain. And again, it's that middle linebacker tangent that stepped up big. Cash Heron and Bo Seacrest both in the middle there. And an attempted hurdle from Steele. Looking for the highlight. He was upended from there.
And that is a huge stop there for the Bulldogs, because if Shamokin picks up that 1st down, it really feels like they were on pace to go drive down and put the ball in the end zone. A really big-time play there from Seacrest, able to get some momentum back and get his offense back on the field.
On second down and medium, quarterback Pauling takes it himself. Quarterback power up the middle, gets past the 30 to the 31. Another 4 yards on the play and some late contact. The Bulldogs want a flag. I did not see anything thrown on the field as late contact with Pauling going to the ground. Third down and short.
And this is going to be a chippy game between those two. We saw it a bit there at the beginning of the game when Shamokin came out. They ran up right by where Jersey Shore was congregating, right on the 50-yard line. Expect this game might get a little bit chippy here as we get in ready the fourth quarter.
1 minute left in the third. Pauling on third and short. Quick fire left side. Catch for the first down to the 35. Opting to go for the throw there. A risky bit of business there for the Bulldogs offensively, but they passed it with flying colors. A first down to their own 36 rather.
The Bulldogs really love those quick curl routes, that 5-yard in route, able to get one there for the first down.
On first down option play, Pauling tries to take it himself, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage as he stopped at the 34.
3 Shamokin defenders there crashed on the ball. 2 of them immediately went to Seacrest. The other task was stopping Pauling. Pauling nowhere to go. Kind of looked like he might have even given himself up there, just go to ground.
They can end this quarter with the clock. There's a 3-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. The game clock is quicker, and it seems like the Bulldogs are going to hold on for it. This game was billed as the game of the season in this region, and it has lived up to the billing, and it is a game that will be determined by the final 12 minutes on the clock. As the clock ticks down to 0 in the third, we'll go to the fourth when we return. It's Jersey Shore 28, it's Shamokin 21. You're tuned in to Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
42 years serving you. All Round Tire, your hometown service and tire sales center. Family owned and operated, All Round Tire features Cooper and many other brands, including Michelin and Firestone. Make us your first choice, not only for passenger, light truck, farm, and ag tires, but also for service, brakes, exhaust, belts, and hoses. We offer the only vulcanized flat repairs in the area. PA State Inspection 2, open weekdays 8 till 5, Saturday till noon. All Round Tire, Cement Hollow Road, Jersey Shore.
Put 12 minutes on the clock one last time. Maybe not for the last time this season between these two teams from Kent Memorial Stadium in Cole Township, Pennsylvania. You're tuned into Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network. Ryan States, Tom Fleming with me. I'm Nicolas Severini. Bulldogs up 28-21 as the fourth quarter will start. It'll be a second down and 12.
Put 12 on the clock, but put the 4 up on your hands. It's going to be a fun fourth quarter to watch.
A second down and 12. Pauling in the gun, trips left, one right. Pauling to throw. Curl route catch. Made at the 39. He's immediately brought down. That's going to get a good chunk of yardage. Pickup, they'll call it, of about 5 as the reception was made. That is Connor Yinling making the reception. That is his second reception in the same drive here. He made that third down catch from my view. And now on third down and 7. They'll have it on the left side, hash 40. Bulldogs on their own side of the field. 30 seconds gone in the fourth. 4 receivers set, and this is going to tack on some more. There's a false start. And that is not the first time for either of these teams. We've seen a pretty brutal false start penalty on third down.
Yeah, the emotions of this game, I think, are really getting to both sides of the field here. As we've seen a couple false starts, a couple bad penalties. There's one there that backs them up to make it a third and what looks to be about 11 or 12. But yeah, sometimes the emotions of big games like this can just get the best of you.
That really negates the 6-yard reception from Yingling because now you're at third and 11 once again. Clock stopped with 11:18 and now counting. 11:18 and counting in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs up 7. Pauling to throw, rolls out to his left, buys time, now runs out of it, fires for the first down marker, a diving catch. He held on to it. It'll be shy of the first down marker. He picked up 10. Carson Watkins making a 10-yard catch. It'll be a fourth down. We'll call it 2. A fourth down and 2. They need the 46. They spotted at the 44. What do you do?
Well, the savior of that last play there was Bo Seacrest. Seacrest picked up an unmarked Zakeem Clinton. Clinton had a free shot at Pauling. Seacrest came in last minute, blocked him up to be able to consider going for it on fourth down, but I think this is the correct decision. Your defense has played well in this game. Play the field position game.
They do punt it. At least that's the formation on 4th and 2. Ryan back to punt, 2 back deep to return. Snap a bit high, recover. That might have been partially blocked. It was partially blocked. It takes a Jersey Shore bounce inside the 25, inside the 20, and even on blocked punts, the Bulldogs still get an inside of the 20 with Luke Ryan. He is something else in terms of these punts today.
Well, and that just tells you how much power he's getting on that football. If that ball's getting hit, look like of the fingertips of a Shamokin defender and still able to power forward, like you said, inside the 20-yard line. Ryan just kind of finding some magic here on some of these punts. He's been, just like I said, a fantastic weapon for this team and proves it again there. But like I said, I think that's the correct decision. You punt it there on 4th down. Yes, it's 4th and 1. Yes, you're near the 50-yard line. You consider going for it. But you end up gaining about 30 yards of field position with a good punt there. I think it's a good call there from Jersey Shore.
1 minute gone in the 4th quarter. Here come the Indians offense, trailing by 7 against the Dogs. 1st and 10, right side hash 19. Steele in the gun. Flanker motions left to right. Steele snap. Handoff Clinton to the weak side, and he's going to get stuffed. This is a loss. The Bulldogs were waiting for it. Thompson was there to clean it up. And a 1-yard loss for the Shamokin tailback.
I mentioned it looked like Luke Thompson and Cash Harrett there on the near side, or on the far side, able to bring him to the ground. But again, Collins able to shed off the first tackle. But yet again, there's Jersey Shore, the 2nd and 3rd man coming through and doing the cleanup work.
2nd down and 11 after the 1-yard loss. 10.5 minutes to play. The Indians not rushing. Why would they?
No need to here. You've got so much time left in this game. This 4th quarter could go on a long way depending on how these teams play it. Shamokin, there is no rush, and there shouldn't be.
They break the huddle with just 10 on the play clock. 2 receivers left, and the offensive line stacked up. Steele in the gun, takes the low snap, looks to the left side, and now fires it deep. He has a man, but it's incomplete. That looked like Colin Steinhardt outside the numbers left side, who had some space on that left side outside of the numbers, but the throw went to the inside receiver. It was incomplete, 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was targeting Leland O'Connell, number 18, and just a complete miscommunication between O'Connell and Steele. Steele threw it like O'Connell was going to run straight up the field, trying to hit him around that 50-yard mark. O'Connell ran it as if it was a 10-yard in route. He came back to the football. Just a bad miscommunication there, and they were lucky that's not an interception.
On 3rd down and 11, clock stop, 10 minutes left. 2 receivers to the left side. Steele in the gun, Clinton his left. Steele takes the snap, looks to throw, has time, runs out of it, runs outside the numbers, fires it forward, and it's incomplete. There is ruling for a flag here, and it's a very late one. That's a very controversial penalty, Ryan, and I'll tell you why. That pass did not look catchable. The receiver dove out of bounds trying to contest it. We didn't have the best angle of it, did we, Ryan? But it's a flag, and it looks to be pass interference that bails out the Indians.
Well, with how late that flag is, I'm wondering if that could be a sideline warning, because there was some pleading for that call to be made. But nope, does look like it's going to be pass interference. And you question whether it was or it wasn't. It did look like the defender might have made contact a little bit too early there, but the question is, was the ball catchable? We can't really see it, like you mentioned, from our view here on the sideline, but I'll tell you what, that Shamokin sideline erupted as soon as they didn't see a flag come out, and they were able to get one.
So 1st down and 10 here for the Indians after the pass interference penalty. They'll spot the ball at their own 34-yard line. Middle of the park is where Shamokin will operate. 2 receivers left side. Now 1 motions left to right. It's a play. It's an end around to Steele, that was the listed receiver who had the end around. The ball had come out late. It will be picked up, though, by Shamokin. There was a late change. Ryan Bicker had come in on the end around, nearly lost it. Bicker was the one who returned it for a touchdown on the kickoff to open the second half. Thompson again involved on the edge. A 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9.
And notably on that previous 3rd down that was called for pass interference, that is only the 2nd time this game so far Shamokin has faced a 3rd down and made the conversion. Obviously a little bit of help there from the laundry there at the end, but yeah, only the 2nd time they faced 3rd down and managed to pick up a 1st down on it.
Now 2nd and 9, Steele in the gun, motions the flanker Gink from right to left, takes the snap, weak side handoff, gets it to the tailback Clinton, shakes the initial tackler, gets it to the 39, and then the pile congregates. Turns into a 5-yard snag for Zakeem Clinton, and a 3rd and short to come.
Clinton there looking like a bucking bronco on that play, just refused to go down. He was trying to get as many yards as he could out of that play. A really powerful run there from Clinton. Sets up a 3rd and short, but again, Shamokin gonna need to convert here on 3rd down.
A 6-yard gain, 3rd down and 3. They spot it at the right side hash, 40 of Shamokin. 28-21, Bulldogs lead, less than 9 minutes to play here at Cole Township. One receiver lined up on each side. Steele is the quarterback, Clinton the tailback. Heavy movement prior to the snap. The snap came in late. There was movement on both sides. Ryan, what did you see?
I'll tell you what, I think everybody moved on that play. Jersey Shore looked like they were coming in with a blitz. They ran early. Shamokin backed up as well. I think Jersey Shore responded to what was either the right or left tackle. I think it was the left tackle, Brant Krieger, kind of did a little bit of a step back. Everybody reacted before the ball was snapped. Shamokin gets hit with a 5-yard penalty, and now they go to a 3rd and long.
That equalizes the carry from Zakeem Clinton, so it'll be a 3rd down and 8. On the right side, hash 35-yard line, just over 8 minutes to play. One receiver lined up on each side, flanker to the left as well. Steele in the gun, takes the snap, looks left, now fires it deep. One-on-one coverage, a diving catch. Did he hold on to it? No, it's incomplete. It's incomplete. Reinhardt was in on the coverage. It looked from my view, Ryan, that the receiver had bobbled it. It was a real bang-bang play. Colin Steinhardt was the receiver. It's a 4th down, and Shamokin are going to be forced to punt.
You have to punt there, but for Steinhardt, you feel bad for him. He laid out for that ball, was almost able to make the catch. That's the 2nd time that a Shimokin receiver, previously it was Logan Steele, but the 2nd time a Shimokin receiver laid out for a ball and was nearly able to bring it in. It looked like when he came to the ground, he might have lost control of it. The ball hit the ground, and it forces a 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it.
4th down and 8. As Shamokin will punt it away with 8 minutes left to play. The snap is high again fielded well, and it's a high booming punt. Fair catch made, end over end. Takes a Shamokin bounce inside the 30, 25, 20. And it looks like they'll spot it at the 19-yard line where Jersey Shore will look to operate.
And I'll tell you what, if there was a dome here on this building, that ball would have hit it. That one went sky high, but a really good Shamokin bounce there as it sets up Jersey Shore back behind the 20-yard line. But if you're the Bulldogs, while you're not happy, you'd love it to start a little bit closer. You're not mad at it either because this extra field position, if you're able to continue picking up 1st downs, this is going to let you run some more time off the clock here. You're set up at your own 18-yard line. A good, effective drive from the Bulldogs could chew well over 5 minutes off this game clock.
1st and 10, they'll start the drive. The Bulldogs on their own 19-yard line. Left side hash, Pauling in the gun. 2 tailbacks in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Sechrist on the weak side. Gets upfield past the 20 to the 25. Shakes a tackle. Takes a heavy shot at the 30. That was almost targeting from my view. As he gets the 1st down to the 31. Jace Gink put on a ton of a blow on Bo Sechrist, but it looked to be just clean enough, but not clean enough to prevent the 1st down. A 12-yard gain. 1st down. They hand off again to Sechrist. This time bounces to the outside. Gets past the line of scrimmage out to the 35. And this time he'll have to settle for just 4 as he takes it to the 35-yard line.
And if I'm Jersey Shore, I'm just trying to run down, like I said, as much of this clock as possible. But you mentioned there on that last hit from Gink, it looked like Gink was trying to get at the legs of Sechrist, but when Sechrist started to go down, it ends up he hits him right in that shoulder pad area. It looked like it was contact pad to pad, so none contact to the head, so they avoid the targeting call.
On 2nd down, it's another handoff to the tailback. Gets it upfield past the 35 to the 37, a 2-yard gain to set up a 3rd and manageable. Cash Harrod, who had that fumble on his last carry, able to pick up a few.
Yeah, Harrod had that fumble, and then we didn't see him for a bit there. He gets another carry there. As you see from what looks to be the Shamokin student section, some flashlights on the phone coming on. Looks like we're at a concert here on 3rd down.
3rd and 3, the Bulldogs trying to put on a show. They'll hand it off to the tailback, bounces outside, and he gets brought down on the edge. Sechrist didn't have enough space. It was an excellent pursuit drill by the defensive back for Shamokin, who is there on the tackle, a loss of 1, and the Bulldogs with a short drive are going to be forced to punt it away.
Looked like that defensive back trying to see.
That was Xavier
here.
Paul, who was actually the linebacker. No, it was Logan Steele. Logan Steele, who made the open field tackle for a loss. And now the Bulldogs will punt with just over 6 minutes left in regulation. This one is sent end over end. Steele's going to return it at the 25. He takes it to the 30, 35, outside numbers 40, across midfield, breaks the tackle to the 45, 40, and he's finally wrestled out of bounds at the 35. A net punt of just 1 yard as Logan Steele has put the Indians in Bulldog territory.
And as soon as Steele had opportunity to get that ball, we could hear some groans up here in the press box. As everybody knows, you want to try to keep that ball away from Steele as much as possible. Not a great job there on the punt. Steele went right to him. Steele, a big-time return, like you said. They only gain about 1 yard on the punt. Shamokin now set up well into Bulldog territory with a chance to tie the game.
We have a stoppage in play. A Bulldog is down. A Jersey Shore player is down. It looked like he was part of that defensive line for the Bulldog, or for the offensive line rather, for the Bulldogs on the punt. It was in return from Logan Steele, who returned it from the right side all the way out to the far side left. They will spot the ball around that 35-yard line, maybe closer to the 30, but right as that was being made, a Jersey Shore player went down. Attention was called to the sidelines right away, and the player is currently being tended to on that far sideline by both athletic trainers.
I obviously hope to see the Bulldog player get up and be able to walk off the field, but going back to that punt, again, we talked about it before. They need to avoid Steele, giving Steele the ball at all times. Didn't do a good job there, and you'll see what happens because of it.
Luke Thompson, a stalwart on the edge defensively. He's made so many big tackles today, Ryan. Will come off of the bench and be tended to by the medical staff on that near sideline. 6 minutes left to play in Shamokin. The Bulldogs are up 28-21. They're trying to hold on to this late lead. It'll be 1st and 10 on the left side, hash 31 with the great punt return. The Indians will have great field position to tie this game.
Looking here on the sideline, looking at Thompson as he jogs off the field. Looked like it might have just been a bit of cramping. Came to the sideline, got some water, did some light stretches. Looks like he's going to be ready to go back in the game here shortly.
1st and 10 on the left side, 31. They stack it. It's a goal line set. 2 flankers on either side. It almost looks like a kick with the way the line is set up as they'll take the snap. And off left side, Clinton nearly broke free. Inside of the 30 to the 25 and down at the 23. And a touchdown saving tackle on the edge.
That's some good gang tackling there from the Bulldogs, but Shamokin now starting to find their run game a little bit more, and this is how they want to play it. They want to keep these second and short.
They're going quick here on 2nd and short. Steele takes it upfield, gets the first down inside of the 20. And it'll be brought down at the 19-yard line, a gain of 5, and they're in the Jersey Shore red zone, and they're on the front foot.
The Bulldogs going to need to make a stop here. They don't have a lot more ground to give, kind of that bend but don't break mentality. Well, they don't have much more to bend.
1st down and 10, all the way on the far side to the Jersey Shore 19 left side hash. 5.5 minutes to play. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts to use. Steele is in the gun. Clinton is the tailback. They're in the same goal line set as Steele hands it off again to the tailback, Clinton. This time he won't get as much. Past the line of scrimmage and to about the 18-yard line, only a gain of 1.
Good job there by the Bulldog defense. And again, they just need to do what they can to force Shamokin to pass. They've been uncomfortable doing it. They haven't really had any passes, except maybe a handful of them work so far in this game. Jersey Shore stacking the box, trying to do whatever they can to stop the run.
Nervy times on the Jersey Shore side of the field. 2nd down and 9. Steele in the gun, takes the snap. He'll take it himself. Outside the numbers, cuts upfield, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Shamokin. There is a flag. There is a flag on that far side. It looks like holding. Ryan, what did you see?
Either holding or blocking the back. That's certainly in the area, and it is a hold there. Another big mistake there from Shamokin. That is the 2nd time this game they've had a touchdown wiped off the board due to a hold, and that is a backbreaker. Steele had all the room in the world, runs there to the far corner of the end zone and gets the touchdown, but now they're going to back up to nearly their own 30-yard line. Just a huge a mistake you really can't make in this game.
Not in a game like this. 4.5 minutes left. The touchdown is wiped off for the 2nd time for the Indians. 28-21, the Bulldogs continue to lead. 4.5 minutes here, a real tense atmosphere from the Jersey Shore sideline. With the flag, it'll be 2nd down and 19 at the 28. What are they going to do here? They're going to go into that same formation with Steele in the gun and Clinton to his left. On the left side hash, Steele now looking to pass. Hit as he throws up the middle, and it's down. There's going to be a flag. It'll be a flag as Colin Steinhardt was taken down from behind. Steinhardt had a leg ahead on the defender. The flag's flying in the secondary. This looks like pass interference.
It looks to be that he was on Luke Ryan. Ryan trying to track the ball. I don't know if the receiver, if Steinhardt tripped up on Ryan, but Ryan diving out for the ball. You saw his hands kind of drag down the back of Steinhardt, knocks him to the ground. 3 flags immediately fly from all the referees. It'll be a pass interference call on him.
So penalties now really stinging both sides here. An automatic 1st down on the pass interference. or not an automatic first down. I apologize. I forget we're non-college right now. So it'll be a 2nd down and 5 after the pass interference penalty, the 15-yarder. 2nd and 5. Steele is in the gun. I'm getting ready for lock game in football tomorrow, Ryan. I forget we're still in high school. Tailback to his left. Now motions to the right side. That's Clinton. Steele on 2nd down. Will carry it himself. Bounces to the outside, and down he goes in the backfield. An excellent chase down tackle from the interior. It was Cash Harrett, the linebacker on the middle, able to make a sensational tackle from behind.
Nick, I can't really blame you here for thinking this is college. It's had all the emotions of a classic Saturday night college football game. We're just getting it a day early here on Friday night. What a game this has been, and what a tackle there by Cash Harrett. Harrett, a last-ditch attempt, diving at the ankles of Steele, able to bring him to the ground and set up a 3rd down.
4 minutes to go here in Shamokin. 28-21 Bulldogs. It'll be a 3rd down and 5. Steele is in the gun. Takes the snap. Handoff Clinton. Gets upfield. Has the 1st down and the touchdown. Zakeem Clinton with another rushing score. And the Indians are an extra point away from tying it up. It was excellent blocking on the right side of the line. Robert Whitmer, the right guard, cleared out a perfect hole. And it was the tailback Clinton getting it home for 6.
And now you have to consider, do we need to throw the O word out there? Is overtime maybe in the future of this game? As mentioned, this is a big extra point, but both these kickers have done such a good job with extra points. You almost feel like this one's an automatic to go in, but in high school you never know.
Steinhardt has missed 1 extra point this season. He will not miss the 2nd. He gets the point after, and we're tied at 28 at Kent Memorial Stadium with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Friday night magic beckoning here in the Keystone State between a rematch of the district title contenders.
And you couldn't expect anything more than just an instant classic game between these two. The last time they faced off, obviously everyone knows how that game ended, but overall was such a classic game, one that I'm sure a lot of people will remember for the rest of their lives. In that district championship game, we're getting a game, it looks like, of that quality here. And now, we've talked about it all season. Jersey Shore done such a good job responding to adversity. Well, this is about all the adversity that they have had so far in this game. For the first time since about the end of the 2nd quarter, this game is tied. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. There is time enough that Jersey Shore, this could be the last possession of the game. If they manage the clock right, they could run this clock all the way down and hit a walk-off field goal or touchdown to end it. But they're going to need this offense to step up and start getting those drives together like they were earlier on in the first half.
Colin Steinhardt kicking it away. As you mentioned, Ryan, tied for the first time since the first half. We're at 28 apiece. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. An instant classic at Kent Memorial Stadium. And the final chapter far from yet to be written. This one will be sent away. Fielded at the 10 by the returner. He'll take it to the 15. Breaks a tackle at the 20 as Ryan to the 25, 30. The pile will form at about the 33. Time to get the evening candle out, and you know which one to break out. The candle she'll love. Creek Unique Candles and More in downtown Lock Haven. Open weekdays and weekends, and this game is going to be one that's open to the memory for a very long time, no matter the result.
Yeah, again, this is a game that is going to be an instant classic no matter what way it ends up. But for Jersey Shore, obviously they're hoping it breaks their way. And like I said, they have enough time that this could be the last position of the game, but they have to manage the clock well.
Trips left, one right. Pauling is the quarterback in the gun. 1st and 10. Pauling to throw. Fires left side. Caught by Reinhardt, immediately brought down. Past the 35 to about the 37. That will only get 4. 3.5 minutes to play.
That's what Jersey Shore needs to do. They need to keep themselves ahead of the sticks. Gain 4 yards on first down, 5 yards on first down. What they need to do is keep it in 2nd or 3rd and manageable. If they're able to do that, it'll allow them to run the ball more, hand the ball off to Seacrest, and let these 2 running backs go to work. Good play there for the first play of the drive.
On 2nd down, Pauling motions right with the ball under pressure. Can't revert left. Pauling still with it. He's going to try to take it himself. He's upended. Heavy contact made on that far side as an excellent open field tackle brings Pauling back down at the line of scrimmage. And that Shamokin crowd absolutely roared at the tackle.
A miracle that Pauling was able even to get that back to the line of scrimmage. But that's one that play, he should have thrown that away about 4 or 5 seconds earlier. As soon as that play breaks down, he looks goes reverses field to the other side, finds no one open. He's got to get the ball out. Just takes an unnecessary hit there.
They'll mark him for a 1-yard loss. 3rd and 7. Loudest this building has been. Pauling in the gun to throw. Looks over the middle. Now fires left side. Catch is made right at the first down marker. And they're going to put it right at the spot. It was Carter Reinhardt that made the reception at the 38. The referee turns around. He's looking at the spot. Well, the referee, the way he spotted the ball, looks like the first down. They put it right at the 43. They needed the 43 for the first. Both coaches are now infuriated at the spot at the moment. The referee on the near side calls it. It's a first down. How about that from Pauling to Carter Reinhardt on 3rd and long? They get the first.
Yeah, just an interesting call there. It looked like the referee initially stepped beyond where the line of scrimmage would have been, but the chain gang didn't move and held up 4th down.
On 1st down, Pauling, option play. Takes it upfield, past the 45 and down at the 47 for a gain of 5. Maybe 4, actually. A gain of 4 as it's out to that yard marker.
There's been some chaotic plays here overall. Here with every facet of this game so far. Another one you saw there on the previous play. Again, what we saw, the referee on the near side walked ahead of where the chains were, signaled that it should have been a first down, but the chain gang didn't move. It signaled what would have been a 4th and inches. There was a bit of a discussion between the near side and far side referee as to what the spot was. The Jersey Shore coaches were emphatically pointing that it would have been a first down. Some conversations were had. The referees decided to give them the first down, but a real turning point here for that game.
A Shamokin player is down on the field. At first it looked like cramping. The athletic trainers having a discussion with what looks to be the Indians' defensive lineman, and luckily that does look like cramping from my view as he will get back up on his own feet. Robert Whitmer, the left-sided defensive end in that 3-4 setup, will get off the field on his own strength. A pickup of 4 to set up a 2nd down and 6. Both teams coming into this game undefeated. Both teams met in the district championship last season. Shamokin won in very controversial fashion last year. In 2025, just over 2 minutes left to play. We're tied at 28. The Shore with the ball, a 2nd and 6. Pauling in the gun to throw. Fires left side, diving catch. No, it's incomplete. A diving attempt from Carson Watkins onto that weak side. It would have been shy of the line to gain. He wasn't able to get it, and that'll bring up a 3rd down as we have now eclipsed a record over 1,000 tuning in live for this one.
Just incredible, and what a game to watch, to have over 1,000 viewers. Just an instant classic.
A 4-receiver set. Reinhardt motions left to right. 3rd down and 7. Under pressure, Pauling rolls out to his left. Evades 2, evades 3. Still within his Pauling. He's going to tuck and run it. Gets outside only to midfield, and that will be short of the line to gain. Very impressive from Nolan Pauling just to even get a couple on it. He picked up 3, but he needed 7. And now on 4th down, what do you do? 1:54 left. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. How risky are you trying to be here, Ryan?
Nick, in instances like this where I'm glad I'm not a coach, because honestly, I'm not even sure what I would do in this spot. You're right at the 50-yard line. Right at the 50-yard line, you question, do you try to go for it? Do you try to punt? What do you do here? If I'm the Jersey Shore head coach, you know what? I'd be aggressive. I'd like to go for it in this spot. You've trusted your defense all game. Trust your offense in this spot to pick up the first down, but this is one where right at about 4th and 4, 4th and 5, it's right in that no man's land territory.
Well, the Bulldogs are going to use a timeout to think it over. They take their first timeout of the second half. It's the first timeout either team has taken in the second half with 1:54 left. The Bulldogs staring at a 4th down and 3 at midfield in a tie ball game against Shamokin. Coming into the season, the Indians would be favorites. Coming into this week, you would still maybe tab the Indians as slight favorites with the way they've played so far, but the Bulldogs certainly you would think would look up for it. They've looked up for it. It's just so many circumstances here, and I think that's what Tom Gravish is grappling with currently.
Well, Nick, one factor that does weigh into this is how your kick coverage has done in this game so far. We've seen Shimokin take a kickoff return to the house and take another one nearly to the house there. Just called back as the returner stepped out of bounds. Shimokin has a dangerous returner back there in Logan Steele. I think that they should go for this ball. Do not give Steele a chance to return it on the punt.
They're going to go for it. Here we go. Trips right, 1 left. Pauling in the gun. Tailback is Sechrist. On the left side, hash midfield, they need the Shamokin 47 for the first. Pauling in the gun, and there's movement. It's going to be a false start. It's going to be a false start. The slot receiver on the far side jumped. And from 4th and 3, it becomes 4th and 8, and now the decision looks more clear.
Now you have to punt, right? And at this point, you can't really consider going for it in this spot because if you cough it up, you're giving them well into your own territory, your own 45. You have to punt, but here's the key. Wherever Logan Steele is on the return, you punt it to the opposite side of the field. Maybe even consider trying to punt it out of bounds so Steele can't return it.
Well, both teams are going to come out of this game thinking they had their chance to win it, no doubt about it, as this one will be sent away. It'll be a half punt out of bounds at the 35. That's about as safe of a punt as you're going to have. They're going to have spotted a couple yards further up to the 37 with 1:49 left. Both teams with all three, or no, rather, it's Jersey Shore with 2 timeouts, Shamokin with 3 timeouts. 1:49 left for the Indians, and I should note this as well. Colin Steinhardt has attempted 1 field goal this season and missed it. He is 0 for 1 on field goal attempts. He is now, including this game, 18 for 19 on extra points. You know he's got the ability, but we'll see how much they are willing to trust him if they're able to get to that part. This is the drive of the game of the season. 1st and 10, right side 38. Logan Steele will break the huddle. On the right side hash, 1:49 to play. They go into that goal line stance with 2 flankers on either side. Steele will take it himself. He has a lot of room on that left side. Gets to the 40, and then will push the pile to the 43. Cash Harrett was there on the stop, along with a couple other Bulldogs out to the 43-yard line. That clock is still running.
And Steele had to land there to the outside. If he takes that one, is about as far out to the sideline he can before turning up. He had about 3 or 4 blockers in front of him, tasked with blocking only 2 Bulldog defenders. If Steele takes that one farther to the outside, I think he might have had a house call.
It's a gain of 6. That clock is really running here. 1:15, 1:14, and counting down. The Indians with 3 timeouts are not using it. 2nd and 4, left side hash. 44-yard line, Steele in the gun, takes a snap, handoff Clinton. Gets past the 45, right to that first down marker. They'll be stopped at the 47. That is shy of that line to gain, which is at the 48. It'll be a 3rd and 1 with 1 minute to play.
Well, there's the reason why Shamokin isn't going to call a timeout here. They don't want to risk, if they don't get it, giving Jersey Shore the ball back.
Here they go again with Steele. Takes upfield, has the first down across midfield and wrapped up from behind at the 45 with 41 seconds on the clock. 41 seconds. The clock is stopped to move the chains, but it looks like Shamokin might have taken their first timeout.
Yeah, head coach Mark Piercing right away signaled for the timeout as soon as he saw they got the first down. And like I said, the reason they're not calling the timeouts there when it's 3rd down and short is if they get stopped, they don't want to give Jersey Shore the ball back with what would have been around 40 seconds and 2 timeouts. That's enough time for Jersey Shore to drive down the field and get into field goal range. Smart play there by Shamokin, because when you have 3 timeouts, you can run the clock down to right about this 40-second mark before you need to consider stopping the clock. You still have enough time. You can run the ball. You can throw the ball over the middle of the field. You don't have to target the sidelines. It gives them enough time to run this offense how they want it, but still have time to stop the clock if they need.
Jersey Shore was robbed of a potential late winner in the district championship game, and that feeling of heartbreak still very much apparent for the Bulldogs coming into this game. They wanted their get back, and if they are going to get their get back, they will have to make a stop on defense first. 1st down and 10. Steele in the gun on the left side hash of Jersey Shore's 44 with 41 seconds left. The Indians with 2 timeouts remaining. In that goal line stance, Steele takes the snap, takes it himself, carries it to the A gap across the 40, and that's actually where he'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line for a 3-yard gain. Eyes onto that far side. Mark Persing not calling a timeout. 30 seconds and counting. They go into that same set with Steele, and now a timeout is called, and that took an extra 10 seconds off the clock, Ryan, before the timeout was called.
Yeah, it's a late timeout. If you're going to take a timeout there, you want to take it immediately or don't take it at all. And I'm uncomfortable. I was okay with them not taking the timeout at all there. You'd have got the playoff with about 22 seconds left. You figure that play maybe takes it to about 18 or 19 seconds left on the play clock. You call a timeout. You still have enough time to take a shot, but at this point in the field, Shamokin at about the Jersey Shore 40-yard line, 20-ish, 25-ish seconds left on the clock. I think that they're going to have to take a shot through the air or just run the ball and maybe play for overtime.
I'm monitoring the comments here. We're reaching our record viewership of over 1,000 viewers concurrent, but there's very little comments. Everyone's, I think, too nervous to type at the moment. Their eyes are glued to this one, as are we here in the visitors' press box. 2nd down and 7. 24 and a half seconds left to play. Tie game at 28. Left side hash 40 of Jersey Shore are the Indians. On 2nd down and 6, Steele in the gun, takes the snap, he looks to throw, has time, fires left side, it's incomplete. Now I'll bring up 3rd down. The intended target looked to be Steinhardt on that left side. Pauling looked to be closest to it in coverage. A 3rd down with 20 seconds on the clock.
A missed opportunity there. Steinhardt was open on that out route. If that ball is placed a little bit better, Steele can put it on right on his hands. Steinhardt had been able to make the catch, was walk out of bounds right at about the 30-yard line. But now facing 3rd and 6 again with 19 seconds left. You expect maybe another pass play here or just play for overtime.
3rd down and 6, 20 seconds on the clock. Left side hash 40 is Shamokin. They have 1 timeout left. Jersey Shore has 2. Steele in the gun. Clinton to his left. Goal line stands for the Indians. He'll take the snap. It's a bobbled snap. Picking it up is Steele. Rolls out to his left. He's under pressure. Sheds another tackle, but he's going to get brought down. It's a massive loss. A massive loss back at their own 46. And there is a flag. There is also, I thought, Jersey Shore attempted to call a timeout, but before that, a penalty marker had come down.
Well, a good job.
That was a real heart-and-mouth moment for the Indians.
Yeah, but a good job from Steele to make something out of nothing there. He's able to get that ball back, kind of run around and chew about 8 seconds off the clock. So if Jersey Shore does get the ball back, there's not enough time for them to respond. Well, depending on who this penalty is on, it could put Shimokin back into plus territory here, depending on the flag. If it's some sort of face mask or a late hit or anything of the sort, it could bail out Shimokin.
It did look late, didn't it? The penalty marker when it came, but we'll see what it's on. There's a lot of discussions between both benches here as the referees will talk it over. Talk about a game that lived up to the billing, huh? And there is still what seems to be a mountainous way to go. The referees are all talking it over right at midfield.
This is a big call. If this is on Jersey Shore, it depends on where the spot is. Again, if this is some sort of face mask, it could bail out Shimokin. If it's on Shimokin, it doesn't really end up factoring in that much. Jersey Shore just has to hope it's not on them.
And now the referee, one of the assistants, is coming to the near side towards where Tom Gravish is. And it looks as though they're going to determine to accept or decline the penalty. That has to be the case, right, Ryan?
Yeah, for sure, because you see the ref on the far side not talking to the Shimokin head coach. So it doesn't seem that this is any sort of explanation. It's kind of just going up to Gravish saying, do you want to accept, do you want to decline? Jersey Shore's going to decline. So they're going to get the ball back here with about the punt, about 9 seconds-ish left on the clock. Again, probably not enough time to get any sort of big playoff.
So it's going to be back down now at the left side, hash 46 with the sack. And by the time there's 11 seconds left, Jersey Shore might not have time to run a playoff. When this punt is down, it depends how aggressive they want to be with it.
From the Bulldogs, I am selling out to block the punt. Send everybody up, try to block the punt, maybe get a miracle.
You have to watch out for the fake, though, Ryan, as well. With 11 seconds left, you can almost afford to get tricky. This one is going to be on the left side. Good snap. This one is sent. A high arcing punt. This one will be left alone to about the 24 seconds on the clock. 3 seconds, and that is where it's out of bounds inside the 20 to the 18 with 2.8 remaining. Ryan, I think you just called for a kneel down with the body language.
Yep, take the knee and send this to overtime with 2.8 seconds left. You would need a meltdown of epic proportions from the Indians team to find a way to find a score here. Take the knee, go this into overtime. There's no, but we saw it at the end of the first half with Shamokin. Shamokin tried to get cute, and it went back to bite him. They fumbled the ball, returned for a touchdown. If you're at Jersey Shore, no point in running a play. Take a knee. Let's send this to overtime.
These two, there is just something about these two when they take the field as of late. Only dramatics ensue as Nolan Paulin will kneel it down, and we are going to overtime here at Kemp Memorial Stadium. It's Jersey Shore 28. It's Shamokin 28. This instant classic is going to require a couple extra chapters than we would have liked. Free football here at Shamokin.
And there's nothing better than free football, is there? Again, everybody knew that this game was going to be a close one. No matter how it ended, this was going to be a close, hard-fought game, and we've gotten that so far. But it turns out we're going to need a little bit of extra time to decide it.
A flummoxed Jersey Shore side of the field. Shamokin definitely looks more fired up. The Bulldogs had a 14-point lead in this half. They were not able to capitalize on maybe some chances in the first half. Shamokin took it very far up the field, passed into Jersey Shore territory, but they were stalled out. They were stalled out there, the Indians. The cheerleaders are very much into it for the Jersey Shore. They were certainly the loudest of the bunch on this side of the field. And the Bulldogs were able to hold off firm with their defense. There is a slight intermission, but we're going to keep it here, Ryan, as we're 2.5 minutes away from the start of overtime here at Kent Memorial Stadium. 28-28, both teams now getting into their overtime situations. Who do you think, in terms of the mentality, has the benefit of overtime? Who has the advantage in that case?
I think Jersey Shore does, just because they've been a little bit more consistent with how they found their points. Shamokin taking advantage of all the big plays, the splash plays, has what has found them the end zone. With Jersey Shore, it feels like they've been more of that grit and gritty, kind of moving the ball down the field, matriculating it down the field, and finding the end zone that way. So I think it benefits Jersey Shore slightly, but again, when you've got teams this good, it really feels like these are two rams that are just headlocked together, and no one can really break free.
You really get the feeling that if they played this game 10 times, it would be 5-5, just based off of what we've seen so far in this game. And folks, strap in, because who is to say who comes out of this game on top? Both teams are in their respective huddles. The referee's talking to either side. We go through the scoring breakdown, but there's been too many scores to even count, Ryan. But what do you say was the key to Shamokin to overcome that 14-point deficit and come back to tie it up?
I really think it was that kick return to start the second half. When they went into halftime, they'd just given up a fumble return for a touchdown, went from 14-7 to 21-7. We mentioned how it felt like all the life was just kind of sucked from that sideline. Well, that opening kickoff return, the first play of the second half, gave them all the life they needed to come back into this game. And they just were a wagon ever since. They did a really good job putting pressure on Jersey Shore, especially defensively, forcing the Jersey Shore offense off the field. Their offense had a few splash plays, and they got right back into the game. But it all started with that kick return.
Both sets of captains, with this clock winding down, will meet once again at midfield. The Bulldog captains, Bo Sechrist, Luke Ryan, along with Isaac Shirey and Talon Lope. At least that was the captain's quadruplet. No, there's a better a quartet. That's what I was looking for. A Bulldog quartet of the captains there. And it's down to the philosophy now of how you want to play this for Jersey Shore and for Shamokin. How aggressive do you want Jersey Shore to be on both sides of the ball in this first overtime period?
I mean, you have to go for broke at this point, right? I mean, first score is going to win this game more than likely, so you just have to go for it. Be as aggressive as you can. Dig as deep into the playbook as you can. If you have a play that you haven't ran yet this season, that you weren't sure when you were going to run it or how you were going to run it, this is the time to pull that out. For both teams, really, this is the time to go as deep in your bag of tricks as you can and just try to pull out a miracle.
You're very much the aggressor in terms of the overtime. That is your call for Jersey Shore?
Yes, absolutely. I think in overtime, when it's kind of that almost golden goal situation, you can't leave anything on the table. Be as aggressive as possible.
So the captains meet at midfield. Jersey Shore and Shamokin going to overtime here on the Bear Country Sports Network. We appreciate all the new viewers tuning into this one. It is certainly a classic. If you like what you've been seeing, if you like the coverage, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you can. We're looking to have 2,000 subscribers by the end of the football season. Tom Fleming on camera, Ryan States on color. I'm Nicolas Severini. We're going to be with you all season long, broadcasting Jersey Shore football on the Bear Country Sports Network. We've been to the first 3 games, Ryan. We're going to be for the rest of them. Those first 3, add them all up, and it does not equal the drama that we have seen this evening in Cole Township, Pennsylvania.
This was the game that both these teams, when they got the schedules, this was the game both of them circled. This Week 4 matchup was really, we were going to find out who these two teams are. They both expected to start off hot. Shamokin and Jersey Shore both did. This was the game that they're going to put the pedal to the metal, and these teams are going to find out who they really are and who they're going to be moving forward this season.
So both teams go into their sets. After the coin flip, Shamokin is fired up. Jersey Shore you have to say, a very nervous bunch below us on the near side. They are patiently and nervously applauding this Bulldog team for their efforts so far, as one team will finish this overtime sequence 4-0 and the other will have a very heartbreaking loss to return to. The Indians will start with the football. They will plant the football down as the referees get into their set. Shamokin in possession, and the ball spotted at the 10-yard line, a first and goal. That is high school overtime rules. They'll spot it at the 10. Logan Steele has been the playmaker for the Shamokin team.
Yeah, and for Jersey Shore, you're happy you're getting a second chance. You're getting the try second here because you know what's going to happen. You know after this defensive stop what your offense has to do.
Steele from right to left takes the snap, bounces it to the outside of Steele, takes it to the 10, breaks the tackle to the 5, and he's going to be stopped short. Right at that 5-yard line there was Logan Steele. When you see him with space on the outside, you almost assume it's going to get broken out for a big run, but this time the Bulldogs were there to contain it.
Well, in this short yardage situation is where Shamokin has really shined throughout this game so far. They've done a really good job getting 4 or 5 yards per carry. That's going to benefit them here as that'll put them right in the end zone every time. This Jersey Shore defense is going to have to find a tackle for loss here somewhere.
Second down and goal after the 5-yard snag from Steele. Tailback to his right is Clinton. Steele in the gun on the goal line stance, takes a snap, handoff Clinton to the weak side, bounces off a defender, gets it lunged towards the end zone, but he's stopped short on the edge. Excellent containment on the outside for the Shore on the edge on that near end. Bo Sechrist assisted on the tackle. Yingling brought him down. It'll be third and goal at the 2.
Clinton wouldn't be denied, but the Bulldogs kept coming in waves. It was the 4th attempt there, like you said, by Yingling to bring him to the ground. And now on third and what looks to be about 2 yards, expecting Indians to just try to power this ball up the middle or try to run a bootleg with Pauling to the outside.
On third and goal at the right side hash, 2-yard line, the Bulldogs require a stop. Steele in the gun, Clinton to his left. In the goal line stance, Steele takes the snap, takes it himself, bounces off a defender, toward the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Shamokin. Logan Steele on a play that looked to be designed on the interior run, was able to bounce to the outside. The edge wasn't contained, and the Indians strike first in the first overtime period.
Yep, just a simple read option call. Steele made the right read, kept it himself, found a wide open grass to the end zone. But again, for Jersey Shore, this is why you want to get the ball second. Now you know if you get third down at about 3 yards, you know that you're not going to kick the field goal. You have to go for it. Conventional wisdom says getting the ball second is best in overtimes like these, and Jersey Shore will see how they respond.
And now a really crucial point after attempt, and hang on. Oh my goodness, is there a flag on the far side? There is. And what is this going to do? A false start. A false start on Shamokin. It looked like movement on the left side of the line, Ryan.
Well, this could prove costly. We saw this with Jersey Shore earlier on in the season, that there was an error. Excuse me, we saw this with Lockhaven in the first game of the season last week. There was an extra point attempt, backed him up 5 yards to a false start, and the kicker ended up missing the kick. We'll see if the same is here, but that mentality from a kicker, even backing up 5 yards from an extra point, feels like a long way.
24-yard extra point to make it 35-28. Snap, hold, kick on the way, has the distance, and he sinks it. That is an excellent kick from Colin Steinhardt. 5 yards back, but Steinhardt held true, and it's 35-28 Shamokin.
I tell you what, nerves of steel there from Steinhardt. Again, I know 5 yards might not seem like a lot, but when you're a kicker and you're expecting what is essentially a layup, backing up 5 yards, feels like you might as well be backing up 15. Good job there by Steinhardt to keep composure, hit the kick through, and now Jersey Shore, they know what they need to do. This offense has to find a way to find the end zone.
Put the ball back on the 10-yard line for the Bulldogs, trailing 35-28 in the first overtime period. It was Logan Steele punching it in from 2 yards out. The 24-yard point after was true, and now here comes Nolan Pauling. Sechrist is to his right, a 4-receiver set on. There's movement on the line. Before the quarterback even got into the set, there was movement, and it's on the left tackle. It's on the left tackle of the Bulldogs. Talon Loeb moved early.
Yeah, and Loeb was frustrated immediately. Saw his hand just kind of go up to his helmet there as he looked up to the heavens. Just a really bad false start there, and it forces offense back to first. And now for second and goal from the 15. No, it is first and goal. The chains say second and goal.
First and goal at the 15. Pauling to throw. Under pressure. He's going backwards. Takes upfield. Breaks the tackle. Past the line of scrimmage. Back to the 10. Jukes towards the 5. He'll get brought down at the 7. How in the world did Nolan Pauling escape that one? I have no idea. As Pauling got by 2, and that's one of the more impressive 7-yard runs you'll ever see.
That's the second time that Pauling's running backwards, and the inner monologue in your head is just screaming, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. Do not take the sack. Pauling able to slip through and somehow, like you mentioned, get a 7-yard gain out of what was almost a disastrous loss.
Second down and goal on the left side, #7. Trips right, 1 left. Pauling in the gun, hands off to Sechrist. Tries to bounce to the outside. He lunges forward. We'll see when that knee was down. Oh, the referees are not going to give him a favorable spot here. Sechrist had dove to the 5, but his knee was down. They'll give him to the 6 for just 1.
Now you've got 2 plays left. This is Jersey Shore's 16th attempt on third down. They've only been able to make 5 of them, but you've got 2 downs to do this.
Pauling in the gun on third and goal. Looks to his left. Fires to the end zone. Diving catch. Did he hold on?
Wow.
Touchdown, Jersey Shore! Oh, a diving catch on third and goal! And now for the point after, but goodness me, what a catch!
Nick, I tell you what, you mentioned how I'd be aggressive in the overtime. I would go for this here. You feel like you've got all the momentum after that. I'd love to see Jersey Shore go for 2. They're not going to, but I feel like an opportunity that you could win the game here. But what a catch.
And now, the point after to send it to double overtime. Snap, hold, and kick on the way. And we're going to double overtime here in Cole Township. Both teams making touchdowns, both kickers on extra points. And put a 2 next to the overtime slab. That's where we're going next.
Another instant classic, but again, Nick, I feel like that's one where if I'm Jersey Shore, I love to be aggressive as a coach. I'd have gone for that 1 for 2, try to steal the win on the road. But Jersey Shore does the safe decision and might prove out to be the right one. They kick the extra point, send this to double overtime, and again put trust in this defense, which has certainly warranted the trust that they're giving them.
How about Jaden Passetti, a soccer player typically? It's his first year as a kicker, and he has missed still just 1 extra point this season. That was the kick of his life that was put right down Broadway.
Yeah, and that's not an easy kick to make. I mean, you have all the pressure in the world on you, but I'd say a good 100 or so Shamokin fans who'd love nothing more than to see you missed. Nerves of steel there from Passetti, but also what a fantastic diving catch that was on the near side of the end zone. I mean, a miracle grab there, and just a fantastic catch to keep the Bulldogs in the game.
So into the double overtime period, we will go in about 75 seconds time. We are going to keep it here on the Bear Country Sports Network. Tom Fleming on camera, Ryan States on color. I'm Nicolas Severini. This is one of the best games I think you can say you will ever see at any level. Double overtime we go, 35-35.
Really just feels like there's not been a chance for either us up here or the players on the field to really breathe here in what has been this last 10 minutes. A hectic end of the 4th and now start of overtime. One of these defenses is going to have to find a way to find a stop. It's not going to be easy. It's whatever defense is going to get a stop is the one that's going to win this game.
Well, this is high school football, so because of that, with the double overtime period starting, the captains will once again congregate at midfield. So it started in overtime with Logan Steele able to turn it in from 2 yards out. A false start made the extra point, a bit more dramatic than the Indians would have liked, but it was drained through from the kicker Colin Steinhardt to make it 35-28. And then Nolan Pauling on third down and goal with an excellent pass end to the far corner right on the goal line for a touchdown. Jaden Passetti's extra point was the proper equalizer as both teams will come to midfield once again. And thank goodness that game against IUP is not at noon and is at 4 o'clock because we're going to need to sleep in, and I don't know how much sleep we're even going to get even thinking about this one.
It's going to be a hard one to process laying in bed tonight for sure for us, and I'm sure for any of the fans here in the building right now.
And to the left side, now we go. Shamokin started with the ball in the first overtime period, going from our left to our right inside of the 10, so the right sided end zone from where we are in the opposing press box. We're now going to switch to the opposite side with the left-sided end zone for the second overtime period. This is the second overtime here in Cole Township, Pennsylvania, in Kent Memorial Stadium. We approach 3 hours of game time, an hour and a half away from Jersey Shore, and we could be here all night, who knows, with the way these two offenses have clicked in that first overtime. The offense for Jersey Shore is on the field. A first and goal at the 10 is where they'll start. They started the first overtime period with a false start. And now Nolan Pauling will get set. 4 receivers set, 2 to each side. Pauling in the gun takes a snap, option play, takes himself inside the 5, to the end zone, touchdown! Nolan Pauling on the first snap, taking it himself for 6.
I mean, about as easy of a run as it could have been there for Pauling. Pauling shot up the middle, found no Shamokin defender there to contest him, walks right into the end zone, and first play, first touchdown there for Jersey Shore.
And now Jaden Passetti's is crucial point after to make it 42-35. Snap, hold, and kick right down the middle. Jaden Passetti's heroics continue from the spot. That missed field goal in the first half seemed like it was weeks and months ago as he drains the point after. And now the Bulldogs are up 42-35, and now the Indians will have it in the bottom half of the second overtime period. They trail by 7, Shamokin.
Again, Shimokin now, they know what they need. They need a touchdown. So they're going to leverage probably the same thing, a quarterback run there as well. Justin Steele has been Logan Steele, has been the big threat for them on the ground. I'm expecting to see him get the ball early and often here on this possession.
First and 10, first play for Shamokin at the 10-yard line. Steele in the gun, tailback right is Clinton. Flanker motions to the left side. It's pitched to the outside. Flanker breaks an initial tackle, gets upfield to about the 7 and is rattled out of bounds. At the 7-yard line is Chase Gink, who had the flanker carried to the outside, nearly brought down in the backfield. He was able to break a great tackle on the outside and turn it into a gain of, from my view, about 3, but we'll check the spot. They'll only put it to the 9-yard line, so only a 1-yard gain. Not the worst case scenario for the Bulldogs. Second and goal from the right side hash, 9. Steele is in the gun. Clinton the tailback. No changes in the set. Gink motions left to right. Steele takes the snap. Handoff Clinton to the outside. He's got space to the 5. Bounces off a challenge and is out of bounds inside of the 5-yard line. A great run from Zakeem Clinton as it's inside the 5 to about the 4 from my view. Third down.
Clinton had contact there about 1 or 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, able to bounce off, get about 3 yards after the fact. Like you said, set them up inside the 5-yard line, and with how the Shamokin offense has been running the ball, it really feels like, barring some sort of disaster, it would be an automatic from here. And they've been about 4 or 5 yards per carry so far in this game.
On third and goal, they stack the right side of the line. That's the weak side, or far side of the field. Steele is in the gun. A lot of movement on both sides. He takes a snap. The play continues. He does for the end zone. And it's a touchdown for Shamokin. There was a lot of movement on the line there, Ryan, right when the snap was taken. Steele kept moving as the play continued, and he was able to trunch it home for the score. And now, what are the Indians going to do? Down 42-41. It looks like an extra point.
Again, I'd like for both these teams really to try to get aggressive, try to go for 2. Looked like Jersey Shore's going to take a timeout to try to ice them.
The Bulldogs take the timeout. We are an extra point away from triple overtime as the Bulldogs take their timeout here in this second overtime period.
Now my question is, does this give Shamokin some more time to think about maybe going for this? They sent out the kicking unit to try to kick the extra point to send it to triple overtime. Jersey Shore takes the timeout, try to ice the kicker, and maybe even try to get some more rushers at the kicker, try to block the extra point. But it does feel like this might give Shamokin some more time to consider going for this.
One side is going to feel jubilation this season like they have never felt in 2025, and the other is going to feel a heartbreak that they have not seen yet this season. The ball is planted back at the 2.5. In what looked initially like Shamokin would go for the point after, the Indians in their huddle still as Jersey Shore took that timeout. They set the ball down. The offense is on, the line at least is on the field. What is going to be the call? The teams now going back onto the field here, and oh no. Oh, here we go. This is a go for two. This is the ball game. There's only one, though, on the play clock, and now a timeout from Shamokin. But that was the Shamokin offense out on the field. They took an extra 15 seconds in the huddle and nearly had a delay of game out of all things.
Well, I'll tell you, it really looked like the Shamokin offense wasn't sure if they were supposed to be on the field. They were kind of walking out, whether it was trying to be tricky and trying to fake that they were going to kick it and then run the offense last second. It just didn't work, but I tell you what, Shamokin getting aggressive. We'll see what they do here, because now Jersey Shore knows going for two is on the table here for Shamokin. Will they just send the offense out, just line it up, your best versus our best, let's see who wins? I think, though, it kind of feels like they might have wasted the trickery and they might just try to kick it now.
What do you do now? That is the question. That is the question. Both teams have utilized the timeouts. Jersey Shore is going with their defense, their starting defense. And here comes the Shamokin offense. They're going to end it on their terms, on their turf. Steele is in the gun. Clinton to his right. The ball game is here. Steele motions, Glink left to right. Steele takes the snap, bounces inside, jumps for the end zone, and he's got it! He's got it! The 2-point conversion is good, and the Indians strike a dagger to the Bulldogs. Again, here at Kemp Memorial Stadium, Logan Steele lunged for the heavens and found the painted turf, and Shamokin wins in a double overtime thriller. 43-42. It is absolute heartbreak for the Bulldogs, who had their chances, who had their moments. Shamokin agreed to end it on their terms, and it was the junior sensation, Logan Steele, that leaped for the end zone, and there was no doubt about this one. Controversy ended 2024, but it was Logan Steele ending at least the regular season match in 2025.
And saying a regular season matchup is key, because it really feels like these two teams are destined to meet again. But going back to the decision to go for two there, that is the correct call there from Shamokin. I was surprised that when Jersey Shore scored the first time, or the second time, excuse me, with Pauling on the run, I thought they were going to go for two to try to go up 8 points and try to go up 8 points and try to end the game that way. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Shamokin took advantage. They walked down the field. They score themselves. They go for two. They put the trust in the guy that's been there all game for them, Logan Steele. Steele had a lane. It closed quickly, but just jumped over the line. Looked like Superman diving there for the end zone, and he was Shamokin Superman tonight.
The Bulldogs unable to vanquish the ghost of 2024 here in 2025. A Bulldog team that led by 14, a 28-14 score in that second half. Shamokin fought back. It came all the way to overtime, Ryan. Both sides split it with 7. The Bulldogs got 7, scoring on their first play from scrimmage in the second overtime period. The point after was true, but it was Shamokin with Logan Steele on the 2-point conversion, diving into the end zone to score. And in double overtime, Shamokin 43, Jersey Shore 42. An absolutely incredible game for the neutral. A moment of utmost jubilation for the Shamokin fans who stormed the field and jumped into the far side turf in celebration with the fans on the far side fence. And for the Bulldogs, it's helmets up, it's helmets down, but it's head up for a team that gave it their absolute all against one of, if not the region's best.
Yeah, for both these teams to really feel happy with how you played. These are two, like we mentioned pregame, these are two of the best teams in the state. Somebody had to, it's one of those games where somebody had to lose. Both teams deserve to win, but unfortunately only one team can. Shamokin did just enough there at the end to find a way to win the game. But what a fantastic game for Jersey Shore. What a fantastic game from Shamokin. Just overall, one of the best high school football games that you're ever going to see.
We said if both of these teams met 10 times, both teams would win 5 times. Is there a rematch to come Only time will tell. But as this wraps up, we're going to give our player to the game. Ryan, we've given it to a Bulldog player every single week this season. What's your take for this week?
I think for this week it's Logan Steele. Steele won Shamokin this game in a big way. He was the steadying hand for this offense at all times. It really felt like whenever they struggled, it was him, whether as the quarterback or whether as the return man. He was the one that found a way to keep them in the game, keep them hanging around in this game, and then there at the end they score the touchdown, tie the game, send it to overtime, and there on that double overtime, Steele, the hero that he was for the Indians, found the 2-point conversion attempt, and they walk off with the win.
The scenes for those tuning in on YouTube say it all. Shamokin jubilation on the right side, for the left side for the Bulldogs. An element of what looks to be determination and a reset. Shamokin improved to 4-0 and 2-0 in the Heartland. They're on the road against Central Mountain is Shamokin next week before coming back to home turf against Selinsgrove. The Bulldogs will drop to 3-1 on the season and 1-1 in Heartland play. They're at home next against Shikellamy, their first home game when they play in 4 weeks before on the road again against Williamsport. As that's going to wrap things up here from the legendary Kent Memorial Stadium. For our executive producer Dave Stratton, our director Tom Fleming, and color commentator Ryan States, I'm Nicolas Severini saying so long from Cole Township. Your final score in double overtime, Shamokin 43, Jersey Shore 42.